Hey, welcome back to Metropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's January 23rd, 2025. We're in for a bit of an adventure. Maddie made a really nice dinner, but it was, I ate it pretty late on. The stream starts now, and I ate it like 20 minutes ago, very quickly. My stomach is uneasy. At any point in time during the stream, I can and might explode. If that happens, the stream will continue. I think somehow it'll be a problem. How's everyone doing? It's a Thursday night. Woohoo! Crowhor, woo! How you doing? Stab Tabby, only 3 mice, why not more? The response is limit 3 per deck. I think I figured it out. Maybe it says oxidate. Does it say oxidate? I'm feeling pretty good about myself today, if it says what I think it says. That's more mice than I want, but my cat steadfastly refuses to solve this problem for me. Oh, Radish, how's it going? Your cat is not a mouser. Sorry to hear. That is Nanako's very important job. She has found mice before. She has produced mice. Some of them alive-ish, but she's very happy. She's a very good cat when she does her mousing job. Hey, John, Maddie makes great things, including dinner. Yeah, it was quite nice. How you doing? How was the stream yesterday? For those who don't know, I actually think I misspoke a bit when I talked about on Tuesday. So John V in chat from Montreal started another YouTube, another Twitch channel. It's called Backroom Deals, and it is doing some live Netrunner gameplay stuff. So this was streamed yesterday, but specifically I said if you check out Backroom Deals on YouTube. Oh, wait, we figured it out. Okay, this is great. I thought it would be live on YouTube, and it isn't. It was live on Twitch. The problem is you can't live stream on YouTube until you have 50 subscribers. So my plea was to subscribe to Backroom Deals so that they can get 50 subscribers. They have, which means as of next Wednesday, it's every week now. You don't have to watch on Twitch if you don't want to, but you can watch on YouTube. It was really fun. Pat was there. You recognize Pat from things. He's around. There's also that's Zen Robo in chat. Yo, Zen, how's it going? It's pretty buck wild. So the way that this works is it's live gameplay. The two of them here are sitting really close together. I think they're touching toes, but all this data gets tracked, like making a run, there's animation, it tracks cards in hand and credits, and it's all Zen Robo behind the scenes doing the live like update, which is just buck wild. Just a lot of work nonstop. This is their first stream, of course. Patrick plays maybe some of the worst ESA that has been recorded. I've talked to him about it. He's kind of agreed, but you can watch it and you can maybe come to that conclusion. Jai, how's it going? Morning, Metropole, morning, chat. I caught a little of this. I saw your name in chat, the Gyroscopic. We usually don't see that name all the time. How you doing, Jai? Jai, are you commentating this weekend? I wanted to reprimand you slightly, in good taste, hopefully. Jai, this is my little message to Jai. You gotta keep playing events, Jai. You can't take the easy track like I did, where I said I'm gonna stop competing and only do commentary. Not that you're not good at commentary, but you gotta also compete. You're very good. You can win these things. As soon as you fall into the comfort of just commentary and not like participating, oh, you're losing so much, Jai. And then eventually you'll be like 4 or 5 years in just doing commentary, and then there's no path back. There's no path back at that point, because then you have this like shadow hanging over you to be like, oh, I used to be good. I was player of the year. And then be careful. It's a long road, Jai. How's everyone doing? I'm doing well. How you doing? I was about to dispute some of the worst ESA until you said that has been recorded. Oh yeah. There's only so much recorded ESA. It's definitely gameplay for sure. But check us out. It's great. I'm really excited. Like, this is the first stream. It's already fantastic, and so it's obviously going to keep going from there. Ooh, hey Diogen, how you doing? You ready for the weekend? Speaking of the weekends, it's the CBI. It starts at a time that I won't be able to watch live. Time zones, they're wild how they work, but there's still players who are like getting up at 2:30 in the morning here in Montreal and going out and competing, which is sick. I want to shout out like I normally do. Firstly, NSG put up an article. I think Copper Bubbles wrote this. So you can find all the links to the stuff that starts this weekend. And there's all the deck lists here. There's a bit of a recap of all the pods. You get to see the nice Tuno Gachapon art. I can't tell if this looks like Riel to me. I don't know if it is Riel. I wonder if this is modeled after someone. This art is fantastic. It's a Mauricio Herrera. It's really, really good. This is, I think, top half finishers of each pod get a place at a Gachapon altars. These are really quite good. Shout out to Tuno. And then this is, our top 16. I think this is the order. So if you're wondering, the first plays the 16th and so on so far, Diogen's going to start by playing against Tuno round 1. I'm not scared. And this is really cool. But I also want to shout out this fantastic article that came out today on the Surveyor. And Surveyor normally does a meta recap, and this starts with a little bit of a meta recap, but not yet. He wrote this. And while there's a bit of a meta recap, you get to see some stats and some graphs as you do crave. There's like a little nice write-up about each individual player, which is so cool. So you get to see like what the decks are playing and a bit of like a little snippet about them. Not yet. He actually reached out to ask questions about Diogen, and I fed some good information. So this turned out quite nice. But check us out. This is great. I'll have the link in the description. But if you're watching this weekend and you want to find out a bit more about the players to get that sort of narrative angle, it's all here. I cannot recommend this enough. It's a really good read. Well, really well done, Ewan. I thought this was going to be chastising Jai for D's nuts again. No, I was very clear. He almost could have got in trouble for doing that in the No Signal Games chat. I was kind of busy streaming. If I was just sitting there in I technically am a moderator. I'm not sure what I meant to do with that power, but who knows? Hides behind the buttons. Yes. Play events. Totally. Azad. Hey, Eric, Backroom Deals is great. So happy to have more folks joining the fray. We're getting close to Netrunner streams every day of the week. Yeah, it's a crowded space at this point. I'll have a nice cool reveal later on today about this space behind me. But yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. Ready and willing. 2 in the morning is gonna hurt part of the fun. It is gonna be early. Diogen, is it Saturday morning or Sunday morning? I think it's Sunday morning, right? When are you playing the backroom, Andre? I don't know. I guess I have to be invited. Is there a rip here? No, I'm normal. Yeah, I'll come down. I think I have to get down there, which is tricky, John. I don't have a car. We put our car in retirement for the rest of its life. It's gonna become a cube. It's an old car, unfortunately. So I can I'll find you one day, and then you can take me with you. Hola, Lord Picha. How's it going? How you doing? The character in the background, Jungleskog, the IKEA bear, has a very important role. Jan Static is, of course, a huge inspiration for us all, and they're rad as hell. Amen. I understand it's supposed to be Hoshiko. It's the same shirt as she wears in the planogram art. Oh, wait, really? Hold on. Well, wrong article. This is meant to be Hoshiko. That's pretty cool. So AI writes or expect fights. So the planogram art, I'm assuming that's the planogram art from Worlds 2023. So we will dive into the tank. Santa, how's it going? Thule Decklist of the Week? It is Prison Thule as well. Different kind of Prison Thule than your Thule, which is maybe not a Prison Thule. How you doing? That would be this? Like, suspense. It's killing me. This is modern investigative journalism. Sunday for me. Oh, yeah, I guess so. But is this meant to be Hoshiko? It's a very similar shirt for sure. This is a Win La Cabra. The other one is Mauricio. This art's great. Very colorful. I like it. The reveal is that the whole time the space behind him has a green screen hiding his clones. There's a whole bunch of us. We'll be in touch, Andre Transport, perhaps. Thank you, John. Mine's a prison. Hey, Alex, how's it going? Perfect timing. Where was the article? I missed the start of that. Let me just post it. This is the CBI article on TraceX. There's a nice little message about you two in there. Hopefully you're doing well. Good luck on the weekend, everyone. Kikai's my round 1 opponent, but is too well researched. I'm worried. Yeah, folks have a whole week. Like, normally you don't have that long of time to figure out what your opponent's deck lists are and have the decision. So for those who don't know, the way that it works in these sort of top cuts, this will be double elimination, is that first place 16th, second place 15th, and so on and so forth. But specifically in round 1, all of the people in the top part of this, they get to choose which matchup they want to play against their opponent. So they know, like Seb K knows what Styx is playing, knows the IDs, technically knows the whole deck list, and gets to decide for round 1 against Styx, I'd rather you corp into my runner or vice versa. That is a very powerful ability. That means that you can avoid unwinnable matchups. It means you can crush a matchup. It is kind of undersung usually in tournaments, but the first round, it's usually not an upset, the opposite of upset, the predicted, where it's like the top half often just like sweeps all the wins. Now that has an impact too. Some people like go on to be like, well, second round, if I win, I'll play against this person. And then they try and from that point on, it's like never their choice. So they kind of look down the road. It's tricky. I don't know exactly how it works. The characters on Planogram are Hoshiko or Az. Wait, Az is on a card and no. What? No. Az's other arm is the masterwork, not the right arm. This can't be Az. There's no way. Az has masterwork on this side. Sorry, I did the wrong side camera. Yeah, it's the left arm. The person on Planogram has the right arm masterworked out. I don't think that can be Az. Unless somebody took liberties with it, which like, get your Az details right. Win. Excuse me. Hey, Jonky, how's it going? There's a prison for both players is the main difference. How you doing? Congratulations again on the Decklist of the Week. Gyro, how you going? How you doing? Hi, Andre. Hi, chat. Tron, how you doing as well? Good luck on the weekend. There's a nice little write-up as well about your name up on that TraceX article. I think it's really cool. Can I just say that Bridgman's deck is the coolest friggin' thing I've seen in a long time? There's Oberth and Standoff in it. I only saw a bit of it when it went during one of the rounds on Sunday during the EMEA. I barely saw it. I'm excited to see more of it. I think Bridgman's in this like really interesting space, whereas he's kind of retired from competitive Netrunner. He's just showing up with weird stuff and playing what he likes. That's at least what it's been for the last couple tournaments. And he's just doing better than I think he might expect because he's just a good Netrunner player. And playing a weird thing obviously really helps, particularly in closed deck lists. I really want to see more of it. It's BTL, which is like an identity that I kind of grown most of the time, but it's like kind of fast events BTL, which is quite nice. The arm was done wrong on the alt, but their intention was that it aged up runners from ashes. OP confirmation. F off, for real. I like this art more than I thought I did then. So these are meant to be older versions. Why does OP not... These stories need to be said. These can't be secrets behind the scenes. So you got a little like dragon there. Az is like really eyeing up some sort of, I don't know, Cybertronic advertisement. That's kind of incredible. Tron, I'm expecting you to beat the shit out of Not again. No pressure. Oh boy. Back that ass up was right there. Hey Coke, how's it going? The Tucana Archer Samres was absolutely wild. Loved it so much. Tucana to Archer, send a message res. You can do wild stuff. Just mirror the art. Yeah, but then the text is hard to read. Try trying to set up some toxic fighting. It's okay. If it gets out of control, I'll have to step in. It'll be fine. This must be a reflection on the screen or something. Yeah, let's say that. This is a reflection on the screen, but then the text is correct. This says Kiana Salon. It says saloon. And this says shoes, which they are wearing. Holy, so like Az has really cool shoes on. And then the organized play people were like, we have to put text on top of it. Okay, now it sounds like I really want Keiko's feet in the shot. But Az has cool kicks on. Az has cool kicks on. I'm moving to a different topic. Let's play the deck list of the week. Hell is other people. This is a Jonky Bong. It's a list. Jonky Bong the last time. Jonky got deck list of the week with another Thule list. I think it was more tempo than this. How dare we put text on cards? Crore, genuinely, the back of every organized play card should be a full art, and it should be up to me to put it whichever way I want in the sleeve. I know we're getting halfway there with the sort of like SDS drone deployment, but no text, all art, and then let me have that. The back of the card is useless. I know it's for casual play, or I can just look at the art. The back of every card is a waste of space. Please, just full art, Keiko's feet, Az's feet, everyone's feet. Not gonna lie, I would buy the, and then he starts talking about feet, the AI shirt as actual merch. You know how your video conference, when you can see yourself flip it to make it match what you see in a mirror? In the future, it must do that, but using the computer vision AI magic to keep the text proper. It's a lot of technology. I disagree, Andre. The back of every OP card should be weird casual versions. I mean, if you want to, but that just seems like a use of money, right? Like the cheapest thing to do is just full art, send it. If you want to do something weird with the back, I'm not going to stop you. I think that's cooler than just the back. But all I'm saying is like, if you want to spend no extra effort, you have the art, you can just put it there and get out. Jai certified hater confirmed. Daria, how's it going? Congratulations on your weekend playing. What handle are you playing on at the CBI? Are you required to play under Dranked? Or do you play under Daria or not again? Keiko's feet are already available in plush form. I mean Hosh's feet. Yeah, I meant Hosh's feet. Keiko's feet are already there. They're cute feet. All right. So this list seems similar to another list that was published a while ago. And the idea is that you play front company and then you make your central servers disgusting to run and sometimes impossible to run because they can't click through the subroutines. So then they can't trash your stuff and you build this lock. Now it's not bulletproof. I'm not very good at building the lock, but the lock is actually like something that kind of slips away. It feels like it is absolutely overwhelming, but if you can take it apart, you do actually quite take it apart. We saw this list out of mostly Mirror Morph. This is strange to see out of Thule. I'm not actually sure why we see it out of Thule. Yeah, why are we playing this in Thule, Jonky? Like in Mirror Morph, you fired your thing every once in a while. I think the last time we played like Warm Reception is just Buck Wild, and there's this really cool interaction where with Warm Reception, you can derez the cold site server before the start of turn trigger, so it doesn't experience its counter loss, and then you can re-res it. The playtest name of the twinning was a shoe thing? Wait, cool. You know where Andre's priorities lie? I asked NHG to unsmurf me, so I'm me. Okay. The next set is going to have a shoe meta. It might. I do like the new meta of competitive legal versions on one side and the wild side on the other. Yeah, I'm saying the wild side is cool. Like, don't get me wrong. I like the wild side. But if you want to just, like, give us the full art off-world office on the back of the off-world office, it's no skin off your back, probably. It's, like, pretty easy. Trick shoot. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Because stealing takes clicks, so you can utilize cold sites as 2 counters. Okay. I guess that works, but they can just take core damage. Like, this deck has no way to punish core damage. Besides the fact that maybe the ice hits harder, right? Like you can't run into, I don't know, a tier? Or like they might flatline if the Ravana goes off. I just don't fully get it. I probably should read the write-up though. It's 49 cards objectively better in another more functional ID. It's wait, many ways this deck embodies why I love about the ID and why it is basically the corp I've played since release. It is 49 cards that are objectively better in another more functional ID. Okay, so I think we are kind of closing down on our trail there. It struggles financially. It's nonsense on the page, but calming to the soul. It asks something to the runner, but is ultimately fair. It will not kill you, but it may harm you. Piloting Thule is akin to praying a rosary or contemplating a cone. I don't know how to pronounce that word. It's a ritual born of love, where the act of unremittent performance is a tool to support spiritual exploration. I wasn't ready for this. For this reason, this is a deck designed to achieve maximum Netrunner. The ideal game state is a 0-0 tie, when time and round is called. An agenda point is a vulgarity that brings the game closer to completion. We are in search of an endless highway with no off-ramps. A beautiful ribbon, our 95 Camry holding a solid 67 miles per hour, a can of Diet Coke beating condensation in our cup holder, the terrain perfectly flat. Nothing but horizon around us. I can offer no real advice on how to pilot this list, and it would be folly to accept it if I did. If you meet the jonkey on the road, kill him. The journey is the point. I won't dare to deny you, but the pleasure of finding your path. The cards are there, cairns in the trail, but there can be no map. I was asked on the day what seemed like a reasonable question: how does this deck win? This question is not on its face misguided. One traditionally has a game plan, but that's not our goal today. We are simply here to take the game actions asked of us, and the runner shall do the same. Endlessly. So it goes. Okay, that's kind of hella cool. I'm in. I don't have any expectations but to see the road ahead of us. We will copy this into Jinteki, and then our journey will begin. Why are we playing in PD? Toronto, how crass of a question can you ask after that? I know you wrote it before, but also that is self-serving with your own goals. One Onto barely counts. We have one Onto? Ah, shit, I wish I didn't see that. That would have been a really nice surprise to bounce off the hood of the Camry halfway through our pleasure cruise. Ah, cool. You heard it? I've heard it koan. Thank you. That sounds better than cone. Cone sounded really bad. I don't actually know what it is either. So restore us to RFG agendas. No, I think we're going to restore like prison garbage. We could restore an agenda. Eventually everyone loses. The real Netrunner are friends we made along the way. London, how's it going? I need calming the Metropole koans to fall asleep to. I can record some, Jai. Oh no, oh no, we're gonna get deep dive. That was the best write-up I think I've experienced. It's really quite good. 419. Well, shit and fuck. We were meant to have a nice time. But then this dingus shows up and makes every basic interaction slightly miserable. The gas price went up. I can't put my crap on the table. Why would this happen to us? That's a good hand, though. No Nightmare Archives, though. We can't win a game from time 0 to -1. Best of luck. Have fun. So Not Again is going to credit kiting out an Amina. Going to break our Ravana for like 4 credits. We're going to lose $1. Everything is going to suck. Miss Bones, 3 of them. Waiting a nice time when bringing Prison Thule to the table. Something doesn't add up here. I mean, you can find beauty in a lot of different things. I'm just going to put this on the table. No. We could do MCA, use MCA. I think I'm not gonna. Let's just dodge a do for 2. Uh-oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Not again out here in Harsher Zen. This is like such anti-Zen technology, 419. I thought we were going to just see like Kid or something. I'd be happy with a Pudma. Instead, we're going to lose all our cards. Do we care if stuff gets exposed? No. Some stuff more than others. That's a valuable card. I would love to get an ice. Jonky, it's not working. Prison is a social construct anyways. How's everyone doing? We got Drudge Work. That's a healthy card, I think. Eventually, Not Again will run out of money. You can't trash that. Got him with a peaceful ambush. Going back in. Front company. You probably should trash that. Look at 419 wasting away. Prototype. Valuable card. Ooh, we did a bad. Counter. Just gonna undo. Hold on. We just did a mistake. Mistakes are easy to make. Hold on, I almost did it again. All right, he figured it out. How can you be a prisoner when your mind is free to run the net? I honestly have very few worries. Not against money is disappearing. Clicks are disappearing. This doesn't seem that impactful. I would say none. I'll say none. Actually went for the spiteful. Very good. Just hanging out here. If we top deck a 5-3, on some amount of credits, we'll be able to score out. I have never spitefully res the Trieste model Bioroids for no reason. I imagine that is actually a rare few who find themselves in that position. If we draw send a message, we're going to be upset. Look at us, still trucking along. 1 credit short of top decking a 5-3 and just resing nothing with a send a message. That's a good time to pivot to R&D. Bro forgot the point of the deck. We have another 36 minutes in the round. I will do... Austerity has to be unique, right? Yeah. Yeah. I guess we go for the... Like, what do we... Wage workers? I think we restore wage workers? That can't be good. No, look, I mean, we could get doofed again. That'd be kind of bad. Let's see what happens. Hey, Antoine, just drudge work. Austerity forever. You draw the cards you were meant to draw. I'm honestly feeling pretty okay about things. Oh, thank God that we clicked for credits. There are no accidents here. Only happy accidents. Like this fella knows what's good. Look, this is such a good play. I mean, this is infinite econ. This is self-sustaining engine. I hope there's not another mining accident. That would be unlikely. Oh no! Our agenda! I can't believe we drew this ice. This ice doesn't do anything. That's never stopped me before. Yes. A diversion of funds would be pretty bad. It's going to be a poetic night. Kudos on the write-up to be this inspiring. I'm doing pretty good. We can score a 5-3 off the top. We have this. This is a card you can have. You're not going to believe where I saw Pat the other day. Phil, how you doing? No, I can believe it. Look at us. We're just hitting buttons. I rezzed this because it gave us 3 credits. Now it's really hard to diversion us. I'm not going to res that, unfortunately. Nottingham thinks it's very expensive. Let's write a different Netrunner stream. Patrick on a different Netrunner stream? I feel like Patrick has been on other streams more than this stream. That's fine. Prison lover enters the prison. Oh. Daria was short some credits. I would love to draw something. Just gonna stick the course. Just gonna keep spending clicks. We're doing Netrunner, okay? Now here, any other ice. It could be over at any moment. At any moment, the game could be taken away from us. Ooh, look at all these cards. This makes it easier for us to find ice. Like this one. This one is going to be fun, I think. Surprise. We'll find out what that is soon. Now the game has changed. We can res a Loki. Now, does not again need those 2 cards in hand? Hard for us to tell. And we have snare credits. Do you think Not Again's gonna access? Oh, this is still doesn't do anything. That's a really bad server, Loki into. Your virus counters. Unfortunately, Not Again like wins if an agenda is stolen because it's not additional cost. So even with no cards in hand, you can take the core damage and the game's over. I'm just not gonna fire it. Just go through. Just go through. This is like creatively a terrible server. There's no agendas in there for you. Spin Doctor? I can just restore that. Just getting a Mav on R&D protects the server. Yeah, you're really right. That's quite funny. The Mav on R&D is kind of... Just go through. I am not your gatekeeper. Can't steal Ikwa. There's like no points in the deck. Oops. That's an Ikwa. We lost 2 Spin Doctors. I don't feel great about that. Oh, no. Okay, be cool. I thought you had to res it. Wait, I thought this resed cards. Why is it asking me to do that? Yeah, we're judging it for sure. We have built a nigh impossible server. Install then res, same as op. Oh, because they changed it with op. I forgot I was upset. We can't be upset on this ride. This is not a ride to be upset on. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's quite good. In theory, we should like work between these, but we still have this threat to be able to oh, there goes our virus. That's fine. We'll restore the next one. This is such a funny board state. I took out the Nuka. You don't need Nuka. We got Loki. Fortnite rules buff in action. It's honestly, I don't know why that had to happen. Daria, please just walk through the Loki. I don't need to hit that button. We got free Ravana. A good game. That was a close one, I think. We almost had it. We almost had it there. It's a free Ravana res. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna take it. Actually, we flatline. Yeah, no, not again's credit short. Shame about the flatline, Daria. 10 counters, MCA's peak Netrunner, maximum Netrunner. What's really funny is this Warrior Tracker doesn't do anything because Daria doesn't have any cards. I do honestly think we might have hit maximum Netrunner. Like, let's talk about that. We found weird interactions we have never seen before. We found a board state we've never seen before. We allowed Not Again to make as many runs as honestly he wanted. That's Netrunner. What flatline? Sorry, Daria. After you win, you flatline technically. So that's like us both winning, kind of. We've learned so much about the game. We absolutely, like, for no reason, res the Trieste. We, like, res the cold site because it was cool. And it was kind of fun. But overall, kind of messed up. This is why prison is fun, though. I don't think I have a comment on that. Maximum Netrunner per turn. Maybe now we just need it last for some more turns. Cool, cool site server. This was a long game. Like, this was 13 turns. You can play 2 precision design games here in 13 turns. Like, we got to enjoy each other's company for 11 minutes less. Trieste res was fine. It was just waiting for a warm res D-res. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we were going to D-res this for sure. 13 turns in only 10 minutes. Genuinely, like, that is very good action economy. Like, really high APM on both players. If I can only experience my ASA group flood with such peace, Eric, drudge work. I've solved ASA. Draw good. Step 2, drudge work. It's a really cursed card. It solves flood, dirtles the game, and pays you money. I don't think we're going to play that one again. Jonky, hella cool. One of the best write-ups I've seen in a long time. As we were. Turns on your fully op, looks like Rashida, gets pinholed out of spite. There's so many reasons why you want to do it. Very, very cool. Attitude adjustment with extra steps? Attitude adjustment doesn't give you 9 credits and not draws you cards. Do you want to play into a particular matchup with this? No. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I think I'm going to play some PE in a second, I'll be honest. I'm going to play Dave's PE. You want to see something really cool? It's okay. Let's change gears a bit. I've been working on this for a while. Do you want to see something? It's just about ready. I can show you something kind of cool. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm happy that y'all can see it. Ready? I just have to turn. It's going to be bright in here. Give me one moment. Okay, the problem is I'm going to hit this button and it's going to flip the camera. At that point, this microphone will not be in a suitable location to talk. So if it gets quiet and weird, we'll come back. Bye. I mean, it's all here, right? Like, we have the system. The system works. It's all here. This is live. This is live internet content now. The problem is, again, the microphone is here and I can't turn around. I will at some point. I have like lav mics for this. Is that Snare Bear? That is a Jungle Skog from IKEA that I use as a stand-in. It's Maddie's bear to be able to figure out the framing of the camera. But this all works, it turns out, and the camera's really nice. It's a 4K camera, so things look good. Yeah, it's getting good. I can see Metropole said, oh yeah, you can also see all this stuff, which is good. I'll turn around and smile for a second. The cameras, so these webcams on the side here, the ones that you see the back of my head, very not great. I have to balance them. They're probably really blown out. Probably can't hear me at this point. But this is going to be a thing now, my friend Bear. We have all this stuff. We have cards. Everything works. I mean, we're good to go. We can barely hear. No, I know. Yeah, you can't hear me at all. There's microphones for that setup. They're just not plugged in, attached to this thing. But this will start soon. It's just an echo of your back wall. Yeah, that makes sense. Pat is going to come over on Sunday, and we're going to do some recording, probably, of gameplay. I don't think we're going to do a stream, but we're set up to stream and record here. So in the near future, there's going to be gameplay stuff on this table. We're probably going to start out with some system gateway stuff, just for the sake of it, and then like do whatever we want. I don't know how consistently this will show up as opposed to this stream, but we now have a studio to do all sorts of stuff. And it's not also like just Netrunner stuff at some point. Like, I want to set up the camera too so I can do other things, because this is just like a good table to do board games and stuff. I'm enjoying the angle. Congrats. Thank you, Lord Peacher. Actually, I want that feedback. So we have a bit of a technical problem. Sorry that it's the back of my head, but this only kind of makes sense. Hey, PyCat, how's it going? This is a setup you'll bring in the future live events? No. Maybe. At least the camera, not all the lights and stuff. It's really hard. The camera, yes, I'll bring to events. It's a much better camera. So I have one technical issue that's been bogging me down on this setup. I have to make this a bit more animated, so it's not just a weird still. And the problem is the camera, it's a 4K camera, but currently it's set to 4K 60. That's a resolution and a frame rate. Now, I can't stream out on 4K 60, but I wanted a camera and a capture card at 4K 60 because the image is very good and very clear. You can almost read the card text, and I can still zoom in and it will still be 1080. So if I want to crop the camera in with a button, I can do it and it'll still look good. The problem that's really frustrating is that the capture card is not recognizing this camera at 4K 30. It's only recognizing this camera at 4K 60. And when you go 4K 60, it zooms in the heck of a lot. The problem is at 4K 60, I cannot mount this thing over a table. Well, I can, but it just doesn't see enough of the table. I originally wanted this to be an overhead camera. Instead, it's the sort of camera angle I usually do for video stuff, but I wanted an overhead camera. But until my capture card works perfectly, I can't get high enough over the table. That will be sorted at some point. But until then, I would love to hear feedback, whether this sort of angle versus a top-down angle, what people think is a better angle overall. I'm used to doing this, but I think the top-down angle is overall better for like board gaming and like solo gaming and other stuff. But otherwise, it all works. I've been working on this for weeks. It's been hella expensive, but wanted to get this done. The bear is my favorite part of the stream. Jungle Skog's really good. Very good bear. This angle seems totally fine. Thank you, Gyro. I think it's going to be fine. It's like you're watching a table, I get. Forget Andre, we want the bear. The bear doesn't say much, unfortunately. How did you make those poker chips? They're really nice, James. Glad you like them. These are not my poker chips. These are poker chips that were made and distributed by the folks at Neon Static. They usually have some for sale every once in a while. I know just recently they're not shipping outside of America. So if you're in the United States, you can get them. I'm Canadian. I got them before, but they are, check out Neon Static and you can get some. They were pretty well priced. They're really quite nice. I like it. I prefer this angle one. Antoine, okay, fantastic. We want bear. I like this angle, TBH, the way the player cams don't cover gameplay. Yeah, so the other way to make player cams, like you can shrink the gameplay and then have the player cams a bit further back, and then you can have like a text box for chat and do card overlays and stuff like that. The thing with this though is like this overlay allows me to do, if I do a recorded gameplay, I can do my card fly ups the way that I did for like say the last NPC event, which I will do, so we can get more gameplay in person, which is great. Hey, Nikes, Andre, possibly a missing driver or some finagling with the streaming software. I've tried both really heavily. I've got a lot of support from both Eric Hayden from Neon Static and Kato as well. No one can figure it out. I'm currently talking with the Aver Media people. That's my capture card. If they can't figure it out, I will return it and get a different capture card, which is fine. Also, huge shout out. One of these cameras was just sent in like as a donation from Neon Static, Eric Hayden. He hates these webcams. I think they're totally just good enough. So he sent one down the other day, which is definitely a help. I do have some extra sets and now I'm shipping outside of the US. Oh, sick. F it. Okay. So specifically, James, if you're looking for the poker chips, I cannot recommend them enough. Neon Static, they sell them. Any chance for hand cameras? I love hand cameras. Lucas, how's it going? I think eventually maybe. The problem is these are all like wired through USB. And I think I'm going to slowly upgrade the system. But like right now I spent a lot right at once, and then we're going to try and upgrade it over time. I do think maybe I'm sorry that the eye contact is so messed up in here right now. But I do think eventually it will happen. I just don't think not now. I would have to get like a couple more webcams, set them up, and then hope that it's not too much like USB for my computer, which is a real sentence you can do. Are you playing against Nanook or PE? Always loved them more of an Isla. Nanook is on PE. Yeah, I understand that now. Very cool. Big daily cast energy. Cool. Hey, Jinxie, I prefer directly overhead for readability. It might be the minority on that. I don't know if you're the minority. I think overhead for readability is really good. If there's like card pop-ups, it might be a bit easier for recorded stuff. For overhead, it's very obvious. But in theory, things are relatively readable. Like here, you have to really know the art out there. The lighting is relatively good. The lights just came in. They're really nice big lights. But anyways, been working on this for a while, and all this sort of stuff works, which is good. Ooh, agenda points. For me, 1 point. Fantastic. I want to see a paper play, but remote games between Metropole and Neon Static, each playing their side on a setup like this with a split screen composite for the stream. It's really hard to do that in Netrunner. You can do it for other card games. For Netrunner, you can't, because if you access the top of R&D, like, what do? I guess they have to show you in the camera. That actually could work. I'm actually excited. I'm going to tell Pat, he doesn't know about this. I have a chess clock. I'm going to try chess clock Netrunner, where we only have like 10 minutes each, like Blitz system gateway. You have 10 minutes on your side to get through the game, and you just play as fast as possible. All right. Super excited for that. Again, I think Pat will be over on Saturday to do some recording. We might do some live stuff as soon as Thursday, but all that stuff has been a lot, and it's finally all together as of just today. So it's been a heck of a lot. I've been dying to play Chess Clock Netrunner, but nobody wants to play it. It's like hella cursed, because like ask for res ice, you have to hit the clock. I have a nice chess clock I just got for Christmas, so I want to put it together. Next time Nick can't make a stream. Metropole Grid is now a multicam TV show. There's a lot of equipment in this room now, that's for sure. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to power down all those lights because there's no reason for it to be like this, and we'll be back in a moment. 1 second. All right, that's better. I think you can play chess clock, but you need a judge to run the clock and constant switch it back and forth. I think it's gonna be funny when you do it, like when you do it yourself. Play fast advance and pass it back to them for claw windows after every single click. That's what I think it's going to be, though. It's going to be a bit of a game of like annoying your opponent. Be like, ask for res. You can ask for a paid ability window between clicks and just hit the clock and be like action. And they have to say no action and slap it back. Like, I think if you do it in good humor, it's going to be a total mess, but kind of funny. Chess clock Netrunner were one step away to mega simul Netrunner. Laura, I don't know what that would be. I'm worried we're going to break the chess clock. I think it's meant to be pretty robust. Anyways, yeah, hopefully it's obvious. I'm like hella excited for this. It's been a while that I've wanted to consider doing this. It's taken some impacts. This is technically used to be our like dining room table where we played board games and stuff, and now it's in here, which that has ramifications on things. But we actually played board games in here. Maddie, we like tried it yesterday when it was set up and sat down in here and just used this as a space to play board games with some nice lights, and it was like really kind of cute. It was very, very comfortable. We played Challengers. Have you ever heard of the board game Challengers? It's kind of nice. Oh, like 10 games at once where one person plays against a couple people. I think I've done that on JNet before. I played like 2 games at once. Well, we'll see. Netrunner chess boxing. After each agenda score or steal, you box for X minutes, where X is the number of agenda points scored or stolen. Is there any agenda points that are scaling? That's the one with tennis players? Your way works too. No, that's the film, I think. I think that's a film, right? Challengers is also a board game, chess running. Oh, okay. Sunday. I will be doing some recording for sure. I think otherwise today, it's only 9:30. I guess that game did take 11 minutes. Usually it's like 10 o'clock. And we finished the deck list of the week. I wanted to play this. This is a Ghost Meets list. Fire Clearinghouse and you have to fight to the death. This is a deck that Ghost Meet Dave has been playing in the West Coast for a long time. I don't think Dave knows I'm playing this tonight because I didn't tell him, but it's a card that I don't think I've actually played. Even though it was like a spoiler card on this channel, I don't think I've played this one. And it's because I don't think I really like this card, what it does. It's a 4/2 that does a tag. That's weird. Jinteki's not done that. And then you play this like totally inconsequential side game. Sometimes the core damage, sometimes the net damage. It doesn't really matter because the runner's probably going to die. Because you score this out, it does at least 2 damage and you end align them. It's a really peculiar card. It never has a side game mattered so little. And this deck, this archetype, Ghost Meet's been playing for a long time. Went technically undefeated at the CBI as much as could not. The runner side did the opposite. But this is the sort of deck where you make forks, where it can be Neurospike in the remote server, it can be end of the line. So floating tags is a problem. We're not on Faunatria, but we're on like Scary Ice, and it's just like Jinteki trap deck. It has a single punitive, which is kind of wild. 2 seamless to speed things up. So if people don't see it coming, you do seamless. Lacosta can help. And then suddenly if you score a Fuji, that does 6 damage with a single Neurospike. So you're setting up some strange stuff. Dave made it to Top Cut Canada West Nats with this as well. Yeah, Dave did really, really quite well. I know he mentions ours on shout out on the Slumscast about you praising his PE play, which I know he's been sticking this for a long time. So I think we're gonna give it a shot. I think a long time ago, I made a deck off of a YouTube comment, which was like, what is the fastest someone can just jam, see how they run? Am I going to find it? I think we're way too far down. Something called Healthy P. That's probably not good. Yeah, this thing, which is like, how have we not seen decks that are just single-mindedly like jamming end of the line into Fuji, or starting to see how they run? And this is a deck I built. Technically still legal. This one did not have what's it called, that banned card in it, but I think we can try this version first, which is like super one-dimensional. It's all just about like getting a card behind ice as soon as possible, having 3 end of the lines, everything else is card draw at cheap end the runs and economy. But I do think this deck actually struggles sometimes economically to score at the see how they run. Like seamless launch is actually really, really good, really quite good. Cerebral casts exists. Yeah, it existed, but like that wasn't even a guaranteed thing. Dave and Hamza both taught me to fear that card. I believe it. To the board game, doesn't have toxic poly vibes and best play to 3 players. No, I think that's more about the tennis movie again. I haven't seen it. I know what it's about though, but very cool. Side game very important versus no one home? No, because you just do PE first. Like, it doesn't matter. Just do PE first. I don't think it matters. It slightly matters. Not really. Okay, kind of. Hey Ken, how's it going? You play this because I made the deck based on one of your streams. Wait, you made this deck? Did you post the comment? Someone posted the comment. To be faster, go to 45 cards. I don't want to lose faster. Like, admittedly, you lose faster if that happens. I'm not convinced. We could try it. We're already on 21 agenda points, which like I'm really upset about, but I think we're in an okay spot that we don't need to. You need to eat the trigger so they can't prevent the one net. Oh, so you need to lose the side game so that the first net gets countered by this and the second net goes through. So then they take one net and then there are 4 cards in it. It doesn't do anything. Tag eats NOH. And yeah, the tag goes through first. Like this eats the no one home regardless because it's the first tagger net damage. And so this doesn't matter, but you don't get the tag. Like no one home still beats this because you can't end align them. So like you have problems. But yeah, it's the first instance their net damage or tag. So yeah, even the order of this text won't matter. This fires first. The fact that the tag is on another line also makes this card very hard to read. 21 points, but only 8 agendas isn't that bad. It's not great. It would be better if it was 20. Like 28 agendas is also good, but we're going to try the unelegant version, just the like the ham-fisted brute force version, which I made back in July. So 7 months of Netrunner learning has probably told me this is terrible. But we're going to just kind of see what that looks like. And then we're going to play a version of it that's probably a fair bit better. Did Null Signal know that they were naming a card shitter on accident? I don't know. The name of the agenda is like really interesting. No agenda has been named like this. Very weird. Honest Afron? Yeah, Honest Afron. Like, why not? It is border. It is literally border control. Literally border control. Just kidding, but sort of. But never tried it. Who knows? Corp. I am Corp. I am Corp, yes. Who said it was an accident? Hey y'all, I have a great name for a card. So the acronym is shitter. Arisana is gonna be Padma, that's fine. I was gonna say Arisana is gonna be a really bad matchup for us. This hand is great. Sandstorm exists if you want border control downgrades. Oh, that's true. Weird bad EA's Mari. Honestly, yeah, that's a pretty apt description. Hey, best of luck, have fun. So I don't know what the heck Padma's about. If it's Cataloger, we are so cooked. We are unimaginably cooked. So I think we're going to do Mindscaping Tithe on R&D at a minimum and figure out how this goes. Oh, that's not good. That's not good to see. You don't want to see that. That's a bad thing to see. Zeke, how's it going? We're trying to play See How They Run. We're playing a bad version of it, and then we're going to play a better version of it. So right now we're on Bad Step. We just showed off the studio, which works. But things are relatively good. I'm just going to say if you hit the bacterial programming, we win. Nuka, card draw, cringe. Oh, I'm going to Flesh. Speaking of cringe, I'm going to Flesh and Blood pre-release tomorrow. I'm super excited. The set looks really fun. The set also does have words like Chaos Draconic Assassin, so it's... You win some, you lose some, honestly. Paper soon, paper very soon. Very, very soon. This weekend soon. Not live stream on this weekend, maybe on Thursday, but we're going to record stuff for sure. Make sure this thing works. This means Conduit. Great. Unbeatable. Okay, this one is a problem. This one does make the combo less good. This means that we actually don't kill off of a whole bunch of our combos because Fuji into Neurospike is now only 6 damage, which Anacom usually beats 6 damage. Hit our Bacterial. Thimble curses. Alex really needed to bounce the Void there to get credits. Oh, never mind. Free money button. Charlotte's in this deck. I forgot we did that. Two servers. This is sometimes what happens. Classic play Jinteki kill combo, get got by Shaper. If Alex puts down a single stone chip chart room, all the Zen I've acquired from Thule is going to leave. Oh, this is cool. So you don't see it, but there's a compile happening. Now, on exactly 3 credits, I think we just don't res any. Oh no, if we res the Thimblerig and Alex gets a way to break the Thimblerig, what are we assuming the breaker for Thimblerig is? It means we have a res Thimblerig. There's value to that. So far, Padma has not mattered in the slightest. A Lobi. Oh, that's cool. So do you want to spend all your money trashing Charlotte? I'm imagining this is a Spark deck then. Padma Lobi kind of makes sense. I guess it does. That's kind of cool. I don't think we trash this. If Alex trashes it, we're happy. Shame that he draws a card off of that. I thought he wouldn't trash it because of Aeneas, actually. Maybe that's why we should have trashed it. Back to your last click. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Oh, we're not on punitive. If we were on punitive, we'd win the game. Oh, that's a good hit. Oh, we could have just played punitive. It's that easy sometimes. We're going to discard nothing. Move to HQ. We're going to take the end of the line. We're going to do double advance. We have a money problem. We have the shitter. Ooh, Tattoo Bola. I think we put Afrin on their moat. I think we're just going to fill our hand. P, that would be something. Yeah, imagine that. Just they make a run and we win the game because they don't know what we're doing. I would not feel good about it. I'm sorry, Nigel. I'm sorry. I don't mean it like that. I just don't feel good if Alex dies to single Alex. Why Alex is running last click though? Like we could have snare in here. I don't know why Alex is doing this. Okay, hold on. So we're adding that to hand. We know that on the top of the deck, just take everything. Nah, we want to leave the agendas on top because we can spin them back. Like we want to leave 4 on top of the deck. Let's spin back and then we'll leave 4. So, because we don't want those to come up. We want to control it. Fortunately, this is also a code gate. Okay. Swap them B. No, I don't want to swap them B. So the problem is we have a money issue. Afrun stops the run. But we're like credit perfect. We're literally credit perfect here. Gotta run, but good luck, have fun, gyro. Enjoy the rest. Best deck to come out of CBI for real. Buy advance. Draw 2. One of them is a Lobby Someng. Kasi string, sick. Captain Pudma can charge this. Hey Frank, how's it going by the way? Spin Doctor to gave 2 credits. Yeah, that's not great. Burner. It'll miss. It didn't miss. It was the first card. Shame that runners do things. Like, if it was just ice, we'd be fine. All right, we have a Charlotte coming up. Spin Doctor gaining 2. That feels pretty bad. This is a remote server, yeah. Spark, Orca. Okay. That's not terrible. So this doesn't draw agendas, right? No. We still have a shot. We definitely still have a shot. We're still competitive here. Funny enough, we could have done 2 damage. Onacom probably only does 1 damage functionally. But we know Alex has in hand a Lobby Someng, which is pretty annoying to have in hand. We're assuming that there's no other program, so I don't know what the multi-axis is. It's probably Cataloger. Orca unfortunately eats Tithe, and then you charge the Nuka or the Kasi string, so like we lose relatively quickly. We also know the top deck is agenda, so we're going to shuffle this soon. Do we shuffle before start of turn? Yeah, but not only because of end of lines, but because the deck has 5 points on top of it. Like we have to shuffle. So we res the Tithe. Alex has to break for 2 and charges Nuka. Oh, whatever. It's actually kind of expensive to break this, so you have to break all of it. Orca breaks for 2. So I think we'll actually put the hedge fund and the mindscaping in. We need the money. Didn't charge a Cassie string because you can't. Can't charge the Cassie string. Oh, Nuka's really good though. 4 cards suddenly. Imagine having an endless Nuka. That's the Pudma dream, right? Very cool. We're gonna have a close game here, maybe. Okay, this is a good charge because we have to res. And that slows us down economically. We'll still have enough, so we're gonna just res the Tattoo Bola. Alex can't break it, but Alex has to force us res here. Also, if Alex gets in, Alex wins. Are they gonna be charging top to get a first counter? No, for sure, for sure. All right. So doesn't know what we're drawing. We're drawing 2 cards. Charlotte, Thimblerig. We want to leave all that there. We could put Thimblerig on R&D. Technically, we should. Yeah, we should swap Thimblerig for R&D, I think. Sorry. If you don't mind. All right. No end of line. That's fine. We can make this annoying. Looks like this deck doesn't have a Fractor. So we can hedge fund, advance this, put another ice here, and just hope R&D holds. I think that's fine. This might go down, but if it does, it's okay. It's current code gate, barrier. So if we put a code gate, Lobby Somian can break it, and that can charge the Fractor. So if we have 2 barriers, that's a bigger issue. I think this deck might struggle with barriers. I don't know if it's on a Kurapira. It probably isn't. But we're maybe drawing 2 cards a turn. Yeah, this is a good challenge because if Alex touches it, can just charge Cassie String and can bounce R&D and like win on 2 turns. So we just have to trash Charlotte. Also charges Nuka. Like, this is not great. We actually might have wanted to leave Tithe on R&D because you can't bounce it. And it might have been more actually more prevalent, more important to protect Charlotte. I think we would actually really like the card draw. We also can keep advancing this so that we actually can click to draw and then maybe hit the end of the line. There's some lines too where like Mindscaping can be played for damage. Seems risky. Whoa, why does that happen? Oh my god. No, totally. Oh shit, we just lose to this. Oh, we're gonna lose to Cassie String. On exactly 6 points. So the first time a successful run, I thought you'd have to actually touch a card, but it's not. It's successful run ends. And so because that server still exists, yeah, we definitely shouldn't have put the Thimble Rig on R&D. We can lose to this now in 2 turns. If you accessed cards, I'm assuming it's breached. If you breach the server, yeah. Yeah, it's a breach. Yeah, so it's the same as the Amakua rewording, which is accessed cards is technically breach step. And so a breach step happened. The problem is like FFG says accessed card, like once you access cards, then you can access cards. This is not once per turn. It's first time. Yeah. Yeah, you can't charge it to Oblivion. You can bounce off of Padma. You should pop Charlotte there, right? They can't trash it. Then they bounce off and get 2 credits with the Neas and charge their Kasi. Like, then we're giving them click to 2 credit button. If they had no Aeneas, we wouldn't trash it, but with Aeneas, we probably should trash it. Maybe not actually. Orca can charge it, but they've already used Orca once per turn to break all subroutines, so they can't charge it. Because it's the first time and they all fully broke Tithe, so he can't do it. He can do it next turn. Like, we lose next turn. He just runs this, we lose. Like, we have to top deck it. It's really, really bad. And Weddick gain 2. Yeah. Aeneas is cursed. So we have to get lucky on the top deck. It's 3 and 34. No. Oofa doofa. All right, we're pivoting. Nice. It's the only way we don't lose. Can you score shit in trash Cassie? Yeah, 100%. Sweet, how's it going? We have to do that. Like, I wish we didn't draw this. That's the only play. Yeah, if we kept Charlotte, it might have been okay. Alex probably wouldn't have trashed it. Maybe we should have. Infinite Nuka. Bravado's a really good Padma card because the problem with Padma is like running R&D doesn't always make sense. So having a card that like unconditionally gets value from running R&D is really quite sweet. Oh, clear the tag. Very good. Cornfield superiority. Oh no, we have the Mindscaping now. We're never going to draw into that thing. This deck is so bad. The fact that Alex can't break code gates for a bit might be okay. It needs to draw into the compile sooner than later. Spark for nothing. Just Spark to draw a card. That can't have been right. I think Alex Lighting might have another one. That's odd. Spark to show us the whole deck. Hannah. Quick, everyone read this. Mad Dash, doesn't matter. 2 catalogers. Is there a thing to get it back? Is there any recursion in there? Bravado, Mad Dash, Burner, Compile, Cassie String, Nuka, Spark. There's no way to get it back, but there is a bunch of Sparks. I mean, there's a bunch of Cassies, so we lose the Cassie eventually. Touches the Bacterial, okay. Compile? I don't see a Compile in there. Oh, there is a Compile. Okay, there's one Compile in there. Okay, good to know. We actually need to destroy this Tithe somehow. All right, we're setting up lethal again, supposedly. We can fire Anoetic once. It's all about the Compile. This deck has Marathon in it. Marathon locally is a Greek restaurant. Dirty Laundry, touching cards. I mean, Pinhole for the Anoetic, gaining 3 credits. And then you just Compile run it, I guess? That's why we have Afrun, the real Anoetic. Hey, Nanako, do you like the table? Do you like Keiko? Discards Mad Dash. Okay. We could win here. Just kidding. Not this deck. We'll score. Okay, top 7. One agenda. So Compile into Cataloger is a problem. Otherwise, we want to draw it and do it. Compile beats Half-Run, sadly. Not if you res the Palisade. If Alex hits the Palisade and has to break it, Half-Run will work. Nana. She just saw the little bird and just knocked it off the table. She doesn't do that a lot. Okay, card to discard, none. Card to move to HQ. Well, Nana. Oh, that was you jumping down. That's fine. Okay. How do we get out of this? We're going to need money. Good. Then we're going to want to see how they run up soon. So we'll put it underneath the Neurospike. So it'll be Neurospike, see how they run. And then underneath it, everything else. Ask the bear what to do. The bear's really bad at the game. All right, we're coming back. Yeah, she just hunted the little bird. Saw the little bird, knocked it down, cat stuff, went on her way. It's all in the pause paid-ability windows. Burner, not even an issue. Barely an inconvenience. We did add a card to hand. It seemed important. The Hansei review is actually quite important. At least we're going to keep the hedge fund at a minimum. And we need to make sure we keep a card in hand because of Afrun. Afrun will be really good in this matchup. Tattoo Bull on the top, Enigma on the top. Oh, actually, that's quite bad. That's very good. That buys Alex some turns. Oh, now she's playing with the little cat. The little bird. Anna, what do you have there? Anna. Man, I don't think you can play with this because it's yarn and then you can get it eaten and then it'll be bad for you. Sorry, Nana, you can't play with that one. It's not a cat toy. You can get hurt. Swap Thimby? No, you're bulletproof. Okay, so we can put another ice on R&D. That's a barrier. In theory, Alex can break 1 barrier. Now we know the card that we want is 3 cards down, right? Because it's Enigma's next. Huh. We kind of have a close game. Hey, Nan, sorry I had to take your toy away. It feels really bad, I know. So now it's the next card after the top deck. It's Neurospike into our agenda. So next turn we just do draw, install, advance. And Alex has to pop off that turn. Cassie String. Oh, we might be 1 turn too slow. I can't believe the second remote server actually cost us. We're going to lose the second remote server. Because we built this Tithe, we're going to lose the game. We actually have to swap the Tithe with the Thimble Rig. That's our only way. Because we know R&D will hold. So cursed. I don't think there's stone ships. Stone ships will fire sooner. So we have to get the Tithe onto server 2. Orca gets you then? Oh yeah, Pudma Orca gets us. We lose this turn. Oh, that's upsetting. Yeah, because you just Pudma and then Orca. So we have to destroy this. Yeah, we have to swap and trash, which is bad. So we can do draw, install, swap. But then we still can't win because we can't get enough advancements. There's no way for us to win. I think we just advance and leave it open. Oh, but sorry. That's illegal. That's not. Oh, we should have worked on a couple turns to get the ice off of the server. Yeah, we need to get the tithe here. Yeah. Forgot. So counter add 0. Click. Yeah, you can't do that. I know. Yeah, we messed it up. We had to swap it away. Yeah, you can't destroy ice for no reason. Avatar, how's it going? Yeah, it's unfortunate. We lose the Kasi string. We almost had it for as bad as our game plan was. 2 burners. You also need to end the run or Kasi gets a counter. Oh, okay. So this is in hand. So we're going to lose no matter what. Kasi doesn't need a counter. You can just run R&D twice, but we're going to lose to this. I think you had to draw instead for click for credits with hindsight. A couple turns ago, yeah. If we saw the Kasi string coming down, which we could have seen coming, swap Thimble with another ice. So Lobby will be on top of the deck. But we guaranteed lose here. Yeah, no, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, if we had another click there, so we drew 3 and left the agenda on top of the deck, that might have been an option. GG. Woof. That tithe remote cost me a lot. I needed to the burner on top of the deck was great. I needed to get rid. I needed to hide it. Yeah, it's a really hard fork. Unfortunately, like this is the difference. Is this sort of deck? I don't know how great it is. It might be okay, but we didn't really do much, so this will happen. It was a good look. I might have wanted to draw a bit more on the last turn. Did not expect the burner slowing me off of pace. Seeing a compiling 2 Kasi left showed me the game plan. Yeah, for sure. Oh, bummer. Okay, I think our idea was okay. Our idea kind of worked. I think the Afron actually would have been really good here. Yeah. We could do tempo, see how they run with Prana. Just gotta lose this and self-growth program. Oh, imagine that. Good old Fauna Tria Jinteki, self-growth programming to add cards in hand to give them more hit points. I think I was good. I think I was. Oh, I haven't. Oh, I did see one. You needed to do that. But the, what's it called? But the Charlotte gave me money. I just needed 5. I had 5 after Charlotte. Sure, when I run Kasi string pad, people laugh, but when Alex does it. Yeah. I think when you ran the remote with double Aeneas, I shouldn't have popped Charlotte. I thought it'd deny you the Kasi. Then you have to figure out how to trash it. Yeah, I thought that stopped the Kasi. It didn't. That's actually very, very important. Sure, but you... Yeah. Good game. Weird one. Cheers. Yeah, I appreciate the other parts of the deck that like already a Dave put together with things like Seamless and Lacosta, because it allows you to like slow roll. So you only set up your thing and then you let it cook, and then you can actually like defend yourself. All right, we did have to score a tempo, see how they run to deal with a Kasi string, which is a pretty weird sentence. That was the not losing play, which is technically the winning play. How you doing, Kato? By the way, thanks so much for the help. Still can't figure it out. I've been emailing the folks and they've been like sending 1 sentence a day to be like, is the firmware updated? And my response should have been, yes, it is. That's why I filled out the firmware number on the form that you asked me. Steal 1 agenda, score 3 Kasis, 1 mad dash. That's all you need. Infinite points. Why do you need that access 3 cards? they lose 10 when you could just steal 1 point. I feel like Alex was really good on singles too. I don't think he touched that many cards. Bacterial is from HQ. Oh, and then there's one off the top of the deck. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we're actually okay into, as much as it was like nearly an infinite, what's it called? Infinite Nuka. We actually did have the kill line on certain turns if we had the cards. I think Ham said a version with punitive and the upgrade that makes you pay cards. Oh, Daniela. Yeah, we had a punitive setup, Alex. You like last click ran with the Dirty Laundry HQ. If there's punitive there, you lose. I'm not on punitive. This deck is like as one-dimensional as possible. Support like that is so annoying. It is really annoying. I think they're in Chinese time zone, so like they send out one message. I get it in the morning, I respond. I don't get a message till the next day. Supernut, how's it going? How's it 10 p.m. already? It's honestly pretty early, but that's because the decklist of the week was fast. How you doing? Bring back Liberated Cella. I really enjoyed Liberated Cella. I remember having a great time with Liberated Cella. I couldn't even tell you what the text is. It's like spend 5 clicks to get a 2-pointer. 5 clicks, forfeit an agenda. This is such a funny paid ability window. This is what an Anarch card should look like. The corp may forfeit an agenda to remove this resource from the game. If they do not, add this resource to your score as an agenda worth 2 points. You can actually build winning decks with this. Not good, but winning. It always looks like in the background that they're playing Dance Dance Revolution. Ham's version wildly has like 4 kills. Daniela, punitive, Neurospike, end of line, shitter, and even snare tricks. Yeah, snare would also be a respect there running last click. That's probably not good for us. This is probably not good. This is probably bad for us. Hey, thanks, you too. So this hand is almost really good. Either we ice up the Rashida or we ice up the See How They Run. I think we're just going to ice up the See How They Run with the Thimble Rig and say it's bulletproof. The Bacterial is just going to solve all our problems. I had a great deck with that. You put them off campus and then sell them to Aesop's. Infinite value. All right, I like Enigma a bit better. Enigma. See How They Run. We probably just keep the See How They Run in HQ. Let's be conservative. Name a better HQ. Bacterial, See How They Run, end of line. Gonna miss Freedom in April? I don't think I've ever been lucky enough to have play Freedom and feel like it was meshing with me in the way I wanted it to. It's always felt like it's forced me to do awkward things, and I've never found Zen with Freedom. The way that I find Zen playing Lu. I don't know. Every time I play Freedom, I wish I played... this is a face check with a lot of cards in hand. Luckily, that's going to end your turn. I've always felt like I'd rather play Lu. Zero cost Shaper connection. All right, throw out 2 cards. Labor Rights Moshing. Unfortunately, they know that this is an ice. That is a Rashida. So let's see if we can find something that is not a code gate. We found a code gate. So we don't have money. So we can do the Charlotte Anoetic. We do Charlotte Ice Advance. It's probably the play. We just need to get slightly more money and a Tattoo Bola before we push out. But in theory here, like we're just short credits. This is the problem. It's like this turn, if we don't think Fixby can get through an Enigma, which is like kind of a, I think you can, we could push out the combo. We've seen 1 Steel Skin so far. Freedom was the first Anarch that I clicked with enough to finally drop Shaper. Oh, that's super cool. A lot of people find Zen and reasoning through awkward plays. Yeah, that's like why I like Seb. Oh, remember to res this one. That's why I like Seb. Ooh, half run. Really cool. Very cool. So we're just going to greed this for 1 more turn. And then we're going to push next turn. We should have enough money. Ideally, we draw into a hedge fund or Hansei. Dao to Padma to Ari to Freedom. That list makes sense. Okay, Buzzsaw, that's why we have the Afrun. Forcing the issue. Okay, so I think this is fine. I don't think we show the Afrun. We can force 2 cards or 1 credit. I think that's okay. But Afrun will be perfect. The problem is actually these are all still only code gates. No, it's not perfect. I thought about it. I'm hoping Dawn brings a Shaper I want to play. I like the cards, but the IDs don't do it. Yeah, the IDs have been a bit sleepy. That's for sure. I have no doubt there'll be something more exciting. I think Endurance was like a really fun card. Okay. So this is the issue, is that Buzzsaw breaks every single ice on this remote server. That's not good for us. No shot Ari's sleepy. No, Ari's like the really good one, but like Lad is pretty sleepy. I think Lad is kind of fun though. Padma is pretty sleepy. Dao is like, doesn't seem to be very interesting. I don't think I'm missing it. Ari's been great. Honestly, when I got, how's it going? Ari's cool. Ari's really cool. Ari's really cool. Let me get, like, I think like when the set came out, if you asked anybody what ID they were most excited for the whole cycle, Ari was like clearly the winner. I'm not gonna pretend that's not the case. I just want a Kingdom for a Tattoo Bola. They do not know they break all of it. Yeah, but they ran it last turn. So we do install Advanced and Noetic. We just don't have enough money here. That's what we want. Oh, but then the order of the positioning is really rough. This is expensive. It's expensive. Feed them a back pro on their way remote to draw money. It might be the play. It honestly might be the play just to put this on the table. We'll see what happens here. This is not great. You can res the thimble to move it. Yeah, but they have Buzzsaw. Like this still works because we have to F ruin the the thimble rig, but then they can just run back. So 2 to 5 times this goes our way. We just don't have money. That's the good one. Can't imp that freedom. Got a steel skin on the way down. Be afraid. Be very afraid. We don't discard cards. So no hedge funds. We have a Hansei. So we'll do Hansei, end of the line. It's good to have 2. Mindscaping is technically economy. Then we'll do Fuji, Palisade, Neurospike, Palisade, Mindscaping. Didn't think through it too much. The Afron solves the Banhart problem. It does. Well, sort of. Like, Afron solves Thimble Rig. But the problem is, like, they can just run back. Like, that's the issue. Is if you res Afron Thimble Rig, they just run back for 2 credits. It doesn't actually solve anything. So notice how they clicked for a credit because they're scared. And rightfully so. I didn't do the math. Oh, we don't have enough advancements. I hate this deck. Nothing it wants to do works. I'm so excited to play Dave's version that actually does work. It's not just a bunch of like cheap end runs. I mean, that was why after new tattoo being outermost is fine. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine, but we have to res literally every single ice, which if this gets face checked, we're in a bad spot. This seems bad for us. This seems really bad for us. There's no way they're letting us. They're not stealing that. They're gonna imp that. That's fine. We've dealt with the imp. Maybe because we know the top 5, it's not that bad to steal this. That would be my guess. Stealing this is fine. Yeah, okay, they'll let us steal it. Okay, I'll look at 7. We have no way to speed up advancements. Hedge fund, yeah, I would steal too, because they didn't die last turn. This turn is like very similar. They're just gonna run back too, which is like super bad for us. So we're just gonna pat our hand. And then we have a spin doctor on the top too, if we need safety. 12 credits. Spin lets you shuffle NRD before the Fuji gets drawn. Yeah, I think the game's gonna be over before that happens, but it does do those things. So this is 2, 4, 5, 6. It loses to a way to deal with Tattoo Bola. We could put Palisade, but that's too expensive. We'll just do this. We actually could lose both end of the lines. That's possible. One with Leech, one with Imp. Banhar's on HQ though, so we have to survive this turn. We'll be fine. The only way we lose is 2 end of lines. And oh, fucking Anacom. I mean, we still go for it. We still shoot our shot. But this is 1, 2. This is 6 damage. There's no way this is lethal. Wait, do we have a Neurospike coming up? I think we do. Because this is 4. This is 2. Okay, so now we can do Neurospike end of line. Advance once more. Doesn't matter. We have to keep the Neurospike. One more doesn't matter, Jai, does it? Because we just do 1, 2, 3. Swap Thimby. Don't play the Mindscaping, you could use it for the 1x damage. Oh, that's true. This is slightly more damage, you're right. We could have kept it for damage, but I knew there was a Neurospike there. No. They're gonna be so happy if they hit the Neurospike. Damn it. Ah, Neurospike. Spike, scape, end of line? Yeah, if I kept the Mindscaping, that would have been good. Damn it. Our combo. With the Unicum, the Mindscaping would matter. Yes, I was trying to get the Neurospike, which is more damage. Swap Thimbleweed for Tattoo? Yeah, but then they can run the remote server. Like, I'm happy they're running this. Like, we could swap these two. That might have scared them, actually. You can swap with the R&D Tithe. Yeah, that's probably right. It doesn't do anything. That is frustrating. 3 Neurospikes. Maybe we miss events. It's not possible. We have to hit every card. There's a chance we have it. Maybe we should shoot our shot. But there's no way that Fixby is not keeping events in hand. If it does the 2 damage, then not hit an event. Yeah, it's too late on this turn. We could have considered it. I think we just put this on the table. I don't think we care. Archives only loses the game, yeah, but there's no way they'll run Archives. Like, we have to take that risk. I know they can run Archives and win, but they have no reason to. This just keeps them busy. We don't care. It's not too late. Yeah, you're right, it's not. But we might as well just do a mandatory draw and see. Price. So they had a price in hand. Audrey, Ashen, Price, Botchless. So order lull. But they didn't know what it was. Not a real order lull. No. Don't trash the Neurospike. Ooh, Mindscaping, good trash. Really good trash. Hit a snare. We don't have any, but you can dream. Could have done that last turn. Hit a Mindscaping. 2 Mindscapings off the top? Oh, no. No! So say that we swapped. They could Audrey back. Like, he can run. So what happens if it's a Mindscaping? We do 2, 3. Yeah, it could have mattered. Go for it and push another? I think you're right. Let's see what happens. PE, hit no event. This damage doesn't matter, we'll pay 0. Oh, okay, we win. Oh no, oh wait. Sorry. You can live. I should have asked for action. Action? I don't think Fixby realized it. We didn't realize it. No, I brute forced it. I did not wait at all. Yeah, they have a steel skin in hand. Yeah, they had a window. That's like totally on us. This clears the tag for them. I think I'd rather like trash Banhar. And then end the line. Okay. Shadow 6, how's it going? How you doing? Did core the second one is deadly? Yeah, they can use Audrey's self trigger. Yes, I should have waited. And then I saw in the list. I'm like, oh, that's not good. They did take the core. It doesn't actually matter. That's good. We can't do it again because we don't have any tricks. Bacterial is a sick and clean this deck. D, how's it going? It's really good. It sets the stuff up. How you doing? Like every time that they've stole the Bacterial, it's been the best thing for us because our deck is super stodgy. This is really bad Iasmari. It's just worse Iasmari. It's so much worse. Of course. Audrey actually can challenge things. Like we have to purge at some point. I don't know if this deck is on a virus. Again, I made this deck in July. Like it doesn't have a virus. Like it should have a virus. Doing great, eh? Good to hear. Iasmari doesn't have Bacterial. Imagine how cursed if you could swap the Degrimo with Bacterial and Iasmari. How messed up it would be. Just messed up. Not that people don't play Punitive, Yodel, Jinteki. I think Backrow is the single card I'm most excited to see rotate. D, I don't think it is, but that's because I hate cards that like from cards that see play, yes. From cards that don't see play, no. Like, I don't know. We'll definitely do a stream between now and rotation about the cards that were the happiest to see go. DJ Fenris into Steve, that's fine. This is totally fine. This is so fine. Please don't hit the end of the line. This takes cards out of your hand. This is risky. Rubicon? No, I miss Rubicon. Rubicon gives us something to do. It gives us a good old stream once every 4 months. Funny way to spell Warrior Tracker. There you go. Rubicon switches to number 1, I must assume. No, I'm happy about Rubicon. It's never done anything. It's just been like a fun little diversion. It's never good. They made it. They made a card that is so bad, but so tempting. It's like the perfect crime. So Tithe just takes cards out of the hand. Thimblerig will end the run. Well, no, not end the run. It'll take cards out of the hand. So why not? Por qué no se le dos? With Backrow, how will I refill my hand for my Dastiny Moonpool? Kato, that deck is really cool. I'm glad you were playing it too. Now that we know when Dawn is coming out, will you make more deck building 101 videos? Shadow, 100%. Firstly, earlier today on the stream, this is a live studio now that plays in paper. So we're gonna get some in paper stuff. So deck building 101 will like restart with startup when the new set comes out. That's for sure. But yeah. I'm happy to see Hijack Router go. That's a cool card. Never end a line. Never end a line. Just trash a Charlotte. Feel good about it. Oh yeah, you can have that. That's fine. Oh, we're never gonna win because of this guy. We're never gonna win. Step 1B Sports. Any card that does something against Pinel gets a pass in my book. What does it mean that Elevation is a non-rotating set expansion? Calypso, how's it going? It means it's like System Gateway, which says that it'll be basically in standard forever. So for instance, the original FFG core sets were always in standard, regardless of rotation, asterisks. And the fact that System Gateway will be in both standard and startup, no matter what rotation is. And then just the sets around it rotate. So it will basically be like System Update, which won't rotate. I'm excited to see a world without SMC. It's never rotating. Oh no, we lost. I didn't think they would run archives for 3 credits. GG. Thanks for the game. This deck is awful. We're gonna play more of it though. I want it to do its thing. It's like getting so, it's tantalizing how close it is, and then the problem is the other side of the table. It's always the runners who are like, oh no, I'm gonna play a card that stops me from dying. Or like, I'm gonna break ice not caring about the type. No, just, I don't think so. Just not enough money. I was happy you took the back bro. But then Onacom came down and the combo died. I was just digging for a neuro on top of the or mindscaping. I needed one more damage piece. The trick to agenda in archives is you got to leave another central open. Don't force them into the win. I mean, he had Audrey. He could have ran R&D. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's really hard to flatline people. Like, we have an uninteractive 6 damage combo. We still can't do it. Hey, thanks for the game. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, that's why we have the good old plugin that warns you that you've made a mistake at all points in time. It puts like a little trophy there so you can be excited about the decisions you made to come to this point. This deck should have punitive. This deck should have many more win conditions. This will be the last one we play of this. Oh, Iron Fox. It's been a while. Let's see a Lu deck. Oh, Dow. Okay, so this is Conduit Dow. It's a good start. Hey, Ion. How's it going? It's been a while. Coming late to stream, what's the combo you're trying to pull off? So, got them super straightforward. See how they run? When you score it, it does 2 damage and a tag in Personal Evolution. 1 because the text does some sort of damage, unclear which kind. And then 1 because of Personal Evolution. That should put most runners on 3 cards in a hand, and then end the line because their tag does 4 more. That's it. Oh, this hand's sick. Really good hand. I remember being excited about Thimblerig. What a life. Oh, that's a good hand. Tithe on R&D. We want to make sure we don't ice up anything. Tithes are a bit of a liability. So we'll start here. What do we do last click? Spin Doctrine on the table is kind of fine. Because we're going to want more cards in hand, but Rashida will give us more cards in hand. Tithe on R&D is also fine, but then we end up with Tithe on the remote server, and we don't want to do that because that's Tithe on the remote server. So I'll just put Spin Doctrine on the table and see how Ion reads this PE deck. Again, this could be any PE. This even could be Snare. FixB, thanks for the game. I woke up heavy winds at 3 a.m. here, so my play may have been a bit slow. Not as slow at all. Our play might have been slow. Thanks for the game. It was, it would bad. It got worse. Size isn't real. Yeah, you're right. Stay out. This thing is anti-Dow technology. I disclaim all responsibility for anything my countryman does on the stream. We're lucky that Ion's as nice as Ion is, considering the stuff Ion likes to play. It is also against the Jinteki.net code of conduct to make somebody feel bad about their deck decisions. I read that. It's always there on the starter page. It is only slightly for me. We have all the combo pieces. We just don't have the combo. We're getting there. So I wish we had something to jam. Oh. It's good to show your opponent you have more money than you need. I wanted to do the Hansei because we have too many cards in hand. And it's free. I'm assuming that the Enigmas are going to be bad, but the Tides are also kind of a liability against Dow. So we're not going to ice anything. I make myself feel bad about my deck decisions all the time. Careful, the JNet mods will maybe ban you. Oh, Onacom. Yeah, no surprise. All our agendas are in there. All of them. I make him feel bad about his deck decisions all the time, but it's in meat space, so it doesn't count. As long as it's not on JNet, it seems to be okay. Did not trash a Charlotte Castador. Okay, we're like really set up for a combo that could exist. We've also been mostly playing Compile when we've been meeting. Game is so good. Game is really, really good. Compile is great. Love it. Did I miss anything? We showed off our live stream studio, which works pod. Otherwise, we're playing a very bad See How They Run deck. Eventually, we'll play a better one. I feel like Ion Fox is just setting up because we're not threatening anything. No surprise. We have a Fuji Neurospike combo. That works eventually. We have 3 copies of Compile, the New Jersey, New York City CBI land though. Oh, I saw photos of that from Kat. It looked really, really cute. I didn't realize in Compile, when you steal your opponent's card from recompiling it, you can play it in their lane as long as it's the opposite lane. All right, Stone Ship Onacom. I guess we lose. Game's really good. Can't find Compile anywhere. I made myself a print to play it to try it while waiting for reprint. Really fun. It is really good. I want to do a New Jersey, New York City land part again. It looks like a really cute way to do a online tournament. Maybe they can't get in. I don't know. Next turn we do 9 damage. Type false flag. Oops. Sorry, I didn't. Looks like we lose. Some cheap end the run ice against some breakers. If only we had punitive or something. Punitive would have been fine here. Oiler breaks us for free? Don't you win? No, how? I don't think so. Just Anoetic twice? But we need double Neurospike. Fox has Stoneship Onicom. Yeah, and one more click. Imagine this is an Urtica we're protecting with our life. How good would that be? Or Loki? Loki would be really good here. When did Cat take pictures? I don't know. I think Cat took pictures? If Cat wasn't allowed to take pictures, Cat took no pictures. Shame about this Oiler. They're allowed? I just didn't notice. Stealthy. Come on back. I can do this all day. I literally cannot do this all day. That is the last time we can do this. Have we thrown out our win condition? Maybe, but we could stop like the last narrow spike. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, where's my gatekeeper? Spends a card doing it. That's so sick. Imagine this was an Urtigo. I hate this deck. This is terrible. We need to play Dave's version. This is not a deck. Elevation card idea, ice that draws cards on res. Yeah, draw one. Little pop-up window. Nobody, it would be busted in like acid spam. The only ice you have draws cards anytime they interact with it. Axis? You have to be intimidating here. Access? You ain't Singaporean. You don't play traps. I feel like we're stereotyping at this point. Almost got him. Damn. Shame our remote server cost a credit to run. Oh, I swapped our ice. That's annoying. There's ways to win here, right? I resent the remark. Dies to punitive. No, Stone Chip doesn't die to punitive. Mm-hmm. Are we allowed to concede, y'all? Can we concede here? All right. Draw. Server 1 credit. We should have drawn again, actually. We should have drawn first, like second, and then installed Spin Doctor third. When you res this ice, you may trash a card from HQ if you do draw 2 cards. Oh, that's really cool. That actually really works well. I'm making an HB deck about identity, about like recycling. That's a really good idea. I'll come up with originally on my own time after this, if that's okay. Stealing that from my custom set? Dan, you and I both. I'll race you. You're allowed to concede at any time. Yeah, I think we have to get out of this. I just feel bad against Ion. Spent so much time running that. I assume Elevation was designed to have synergy with Gateway. I assume so. Yeah, 100%. Oh, why am I doing that? The game will be over soon. Please keep your hands inside the vehicle. we take some pretty sharp turns around here. Some pretty damn sharp turns. When the runner encounters his ice, you must draw one card. Good old Plana. Jaina should have an offer draw button. The ID button. The remote still costs 1. Yeah, but Ion Fox is not going to know what it is. What is he going to do? Pinhole it? After drawing a simul chip? And find out to see how they run? We don't need to have a game plan. In theory, if we act like irrationally, it's harder to tell what's the right play. Okay, well, he's running it. That makes sense. Oh, oops. Come on back. Might be. I thought it was asking us to tattoo ball a swap, and I just fired the subroutines. My bad. Going full Jane out of casual mode, that is we're gonna get banned from. Can't talk like that. Thimble on outside because Euler costs 2 to break when not fresh installed. When the server costs 4 to run. Yeah, that actually would have been a better maybe. I forget this is 2 to break, but this gives us tattoo bullet money, which we definitely need because of the punitive. Just firing subroutines just started blasting. I don't know that you're not from Singapore. How will you sell this bluff? Holy stretch, yeah, I know. Well, besides that one turn. I gotta move to Singapore. This play makes no sense. It's pretty far. It's really far. What are you gonna do? Swap my Thimbleorg? Okay. The last one has to be a trap. This is so bad. I hate this deck. For what it's worth, like, Ion Fox got down all breakers on, like, turn 6. No, turn 5, maybe? Like, that's hard to deal with. Who made this deck? I did. It was July. We were young. It was summer. We had other things on our minds, clearly. Gonna go for 2 pinholes? What is the option? I don't even care about this stuff. That's really funny. That's really funny. I have to go for the pinhole. It's so much funnier. Because if I go for stone chip, you know this is a trap, right? Like if I take away the pinhole, you know that this is garbage. So I'm gonna give the pinhole. Again, if you don't act rationally, this doesn't make any sense. Oh no, my bacterial. You don't have to steal that. Look, you don't have to steal that. You don't have to. July was 6 months ago? Yeah, it was a long time ago. We were really young. Oh no, Ion. You're gonna have to Euler flicker. He has no idea what happened. We were doing some next level gaming. That was 13 turns. That was pretty expedient. Close one. Almost got him with the double neurospike. Shame that they all have Anacom stone chip. Tati B just ended the run there? No, you would have propellered it. Like simul chipped it. But yeah, that's really funny. If that was an actual barrier, that would have bounced. No, not at all. The simul chip happened first. So the simul chip brought the Euler back in. YouTube feeds me Eurodance, but I won't complain. I don't think I know what Eurodance is. Like a music genre? Hey, hype. Hey, cheers. That's very kind. Yeah, we'll do like a set review and stuff. It's been a while. Maybe do a tier list. Get Jeff out of retirement. Hey, cheers. Yeah. Enjoy your weekend. It's 90s electronic dance music. Very cool. Okay. So now we can bury this and realize like the strategy doesn't work. Just like single-mindedly playing the combo does not do it. This is the threat. Oh no. So in theory, we have this, which is the same sort of idea of the deck, but while it's less single-minded, it has a lot more forks. It has things on the table that you need to trash. It has less copies of the key cards, but has Gaslight. And something that I think we'll actually really appreciate, it has Seamless Launch. So board states that don't look poisonous become suddenly super poisonous. Like a never advanced card, you can do La Costa, res it, get an advancement, Seamless Launch, advance, Neurospike, or end of line. Like you can fight on many different angles. We also have Snare, which is kind of nice because it builds like scoring windows. We have a single false lead and 2 blend the water. Like this is a much more obviously like refined version of this. I think this is still going to be tricky to play with a bit of a skill ceiling, both in like forking the runner, understanding your opponent, and also like having access to combos because it won't be as consistent at finding the combo. Yeah, robust. Robust is a really good word. It's much more robust. It's not just like, I hope Thimblerig keeps them out for the first 5 turns while we struggle to get money in our combo pieces and then we lose, which is like also a strategy. I wonder how they changed from the last time that this was posted that was played at Can Nets. I wonder if it was like big changes or subtle changes. There's no way of knowing. The thing is like, even if Ion didn't get into that remote server and we scored the bacterial, it has like no implication on the game. It doesn't do anything. It just gives us 3 points. Just gives us 3 points. Hey, it's Antoine. Ken? Sable. Weird. I imagine it's deep dive? I feel like today we've been out of our comfort zone. I don't think we've won a game. And it's mostly because we're playing things that I don't know what they're meant to do. Feels weird. I don't feel confident about anything. Like normally when I sit down for a Netrunner game, I'd be like, I think I have a chance here. I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe that's exciting. What do you do here against Ben Sable? You put an anemone on HQ to not get diversion? That sounds kind of suspect. Now, we don't have a lot of ice in the deck. The answer is 10. You're not built to play NPE? No, I kind of am. I kind of actually am pretty okay at playing NPE. There's certain parts of NPE I don't like more than others. The only Eurodance I'm familiar with, the 80s Belgian techno anthem, Pop Up the Jam. Good old Kunk. I'm going to keep this. Everyone knows that one. It's a pretty good one. When Andre plays his decks, it's PPE. Oh, that's bad. That's not a good draw. D, what the heck? D, come on. I'm just going to put a Rashida on the table. Last time I played PE against Antoine ran everything all the time, all at once. Like very, very dangerous. Just touched cards. Now this is actually more interesting. Kirsty Hart there. It's okay. We'll get through it. Famously good at putting agendas at the top of yeah. 3-pointers too. Carpe Diem R&D. Luckily it's not going to be a Fuji. Oh, it's a shitter. It hit a revolver though. I feel like that's a trade we're okay with. But unfortunately that's 2 points. And the cat is out of the bag. I feel really bad that I took Nanako's little toy away from her, but she cannot play with it. Maddie said they're not cat toys. Funniest game of worlds. I didn't get to see it. I went to the bathroom. I came back. It was over. I was like, this'll be a bit. I got time to go see the restroom. Had a conversation in the restroom, maybe even. Came back. Dia's talking to people. Like, what the heck happened? I gotta ask Sokka first. Alarm clock. Class act. I can see how we lose. You see, cards in hand, alarm clock. This can be pretty bad for us. Oh, that solved. It is genuinely solved. This is 700 damage. Oh, fuck. Be cool. I'm going to advance the Charlotte, I think. It makes running it seem less good. I think clicking for credit, you might often better off just advancing the Charlotte anyways, unless you're going to need the money this turn and you don't want to pop it, which actually is correct because we're going to need 7 credits. I think we just let this through. I don't want to res an enemy when there's 7 cards in hand. Archives mark, sick. This one's only on 2 credits, so like the server is relatively expensive. You could face check it. Oh, that actually helps. That's click list 3. I think Antoine needs to deal with this. It'd be wild not to. The dangerous mark after alarm clock. Oh yeah, you're right. It's blank if it rolls HQ. I'll probably tell Antoine that. Yeah, okay. So Antoine can trash one of these, not both of them. So we can either take the Charlotte credits and Lacosta goes down. I think that's fine. Ooh. You want to roll your mark before alarm clock. If you roll the HQ mark, it swallows it. Because you've already ran HQ successfully that turn. Thank you, chat. Restorator made an amazing meme about the world's lower bracket final that not enough people have seen. I don't think I've seen it. Like, we can do 4 damage if we just put this on Lacosta and Antoine doesn't run it for some reason. What do you have in the deck to tag the runner side from snare? See how they run. This one tags. But I think it's just snare and see how they run. Pre-boomerang anemone. I think we're okay with that. Boop. Oh, D. Table snare time? Nah, not when this happens. We're more likely to win off of Narrow Spike. We can win in 2 turns off Narrow Spike. I played this list against CBI and got rolled. Is it in the write-up how it happened? Do you remember how it happened? Misinformation, you haven't run your mark because your mark didn't exist yet. We have some rulings on the mark card. Wait, really? But this says... Oh, I see how this is going to go. But this says, the first time you make a successful run on your mark. Does it actually not work? So we can't res this. It still gives us tattoo bullet money. So this looks like a Charlotte. If we don't fire it, it's not a Charlotte though, which is awkward. Install credit. We don't have a second ice. We need to get our money up though, because Fuji, next turn we can do, so Seamless Narrow Spike is at least 4 credits. Next turn we have to do Seamless Advanced Narrow Spike. I think we just let the good times roll. Yeah. Be a shame if a snare gets hit here. Oh, that's bad. Do I dislike this archetype? So far it's not been good. Ooh, Masterwork. So I guess this is knives? I don't think that's gonna matter. This at least is like pretty cool click and plus card draw, but this looks like it's not Yeti's list. So this is 2 damage, this is 3 damage, this is 3 damage. We could get something. Kat, I'm doing well. We have the whole streaming studio set up. I showed it earlier on stream. It looks really good. How are you doing, Kat? Hopefully you're holding up. Struggle City, it's been bad. In 1 word, it's been bad. In 2 words, it's been really quite bad. 3 words. In 2 words, pretty bad. Like, we are 1 boomerang away from this being all over. This'll scare Antoine. Perfect Corp win rate destroyed. It's been bad. We've been just goose eggs. Just good old goose eggs. Okay, 5 cards in hand. Keep advancing. That's good. That means we can actually get this out of hand. We could overinstall this, but next turn we have enough money, so we do advance. Yeah, we can do lethal next turn. We'd have to survive and no class act. 1 and 4. I'll take those odds. If we res the anemone, it drops us down, and then it frees the boomerang. I don't care. It's 1 and 4. It's equally likely to hit a snare. We can res a spin doctor. That's fine. Actually, that's fine. We didn't need that. I forgot. We don't lose. I wanted those. We had a perfect corp run rate for the first 23 days of 2025. We were actually pretty good. I do think we were undefeated in corp maybe this year. And then we had this day, which makes up for all the other days. It's not on the card ruling, but it's in the comprehensive rules. Really? So this is resident to an open HQ, which like makes this really bad. Dog, you can trash that. We could win. Until Jonky Bonk happened. I'm not angry at Jonky Bonk. It's a 1 in 5. It is literally a 1 in 5 here. It's 1 in 5. 1, 5. Now this puts us off. This puts us off winning, but also does hurt our opponent a fair bit, and it takes 2 class acts out. Definitely worth. But we're just click for credits this turn. Ideally, we top deck like a Hanse. Oh, we can't play it. Not my fault. You cannot obtain an empty mind. I promise you my mind was empty. There's no doubt my mind was empty, Jonky. Careful, you got a tag. My friend, you have a tag. Oh, we're floating the tag. There's a 1 in 33 top deck. Punitive is useless. This deck, this silly deck. You still win? No, we don't. Credit Advance Seamless does 3 damage. We don't have enough clicks. Oh no, we win. Wait, no. If we do Seamless score, yeah, we win. We're the best. Doesn't matter. Got it. Imagine we top deck that. Kept drawing points. Not even close. 2025 has been a good year for corp games. Let me tell you, 6 turns, 10 minutes. Easy peasy. Yeah, this is the knife deck. You can see the evidence. It's the knife. There's the knife in this one. Yeah, we have an extra click. We get a click for credit. We can score another blood in the water. F it. Let's get to points. Let's get to 7. Double win. That's actually 2 wins tonight. So we actually have a pretty average win per game ratio. Yeah. You were doing all right. I think the thing cooking in the remote is terrifying. But you didn't see Neuro. I'm also on, so the tag float. Yeah, if this was a Gaslight, we could have grabbed End of Line. Also, rules. What's the term for this? It's only 3. Survived. Oh, that turn. Yeah. Oh, quick update. Rules team says it's fine to do mark in any order. Apparently, it doesn't matter. Rules whoopsie. I was talking about you, Cephalopod, like what I would call you, and you call yourself a rules whoopsie. Yes. I get that, but it's needlessly misleading, especially since Carpe Diem comes packaged with a run on your mark. Also, never expect anyone to read past the first word if the wording is yes or no. Oh, is it? Does it say yes, but? The rules team is fighting in chat. It's being revised. We're getting to see live history. Next weekend. We have a startup tournament on Tuesday. Probably going to play some See How They Run next week. Who knows? Got to figure out what startup looks like. No to thing A, but yes to thing B. Yeah, no one reads past the first sentence. The first word. I guess it's always better to do the mark first anyways. At least you know before running. If going through, you get to click back. Yeah, but I don't know if you can get a click back because you don't have assigned clicks yet. Do you have clicks assigned at that point in the turn? I think you do because you have to double click through it. Yeah, I'm assuming you should, Fixby. I don't know why you wouldn't. Oh, hold on. Oops. Nailed it. One of these decks is undefeated. The other one isn't. Figure out which one's better. So outside of people playing the CBI, what is everyone's expectations for this meta? I guess it's like districts, right? Like figure out how districts work. I have not received district prizing yet. I don't know if it's been sent out. As soon as I get district prizing, I'll be able to let y'all know locally when we have an event coming up. I don't know, Lamau, the issue asking for clarification. Steve, that's not good. Banhar Steve does not like Anansi on HQ. It can get derezzed. Thanks, you too. And there can be Sneak Door Beta. I like this hand because of the cards in it. We're going to have to do a very, very confident Anansi HQ. Fuck, stop it. I feel like we can get away with doing nothing this turn. I've got to figure out decks before districts. I was hoping for elevation before then. Yeah, I think everyone was. Yeah. Banhar Steve and Anansi's Jai's favorite. It's a really bad combination. 6 damage. So you shouldn't like the hand for the cards in it. Instead, like the hands for the cards not in it. It begins. Someone is gonna get a bit of hurt next turn. Someone is gonna get a bit hurt. I would love to draw a hedge fund so I can play Anansi into snare. Oh, shame you saw the gaslight. Let's just put it on the table and see what happens. Districts in the old meta, then mega cities in the new meta is gonna be wild. The mega city in the new mega city is like pretty fun. The secret is that OG Anansi subs are almost as bad as net damage ones. These subs are worse. The problem is like attaching net damage subs to 3 damage burst is like pretty bad. Now this deck is running 3 steel skins, so it's not like a done deal. Fluctuation, how bad was the hurt? I feel like I'm walking into some sort of Ligma thing. Oh, that does not help you. Well, that sort of helps. What is this? Diversion. I don't have money, but my money is in the Anansi. I don't think this is going to be lethal, but it's going to be weird. So you're going to take 4 damage. Oh, we win. We just win unless there's a steel skin in hand and then it has to hit the 1 and 3. I think we win here usually. It has to have a steel skin in hand and it has to be missed. We win. Ah, some days it'd be like that. Oof, GG. That's the hard one for Jinteki for sure. I feel like on that turn, you do not do Banhar, you just do Boomerang. Right? Like, because of that being a reality, you can take 3 damage, you can take 4 damage. I think you don't Banhar there. If you're going to Boomerang, don't Banhar. Because subroutines usually are going to be at least be net damage, if not worse. I think there, if Cyberstein did not Banhar it, he would survive. Yeah. I reckon you don't Banhar if you're going to do Boomerang. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, you can't. Well, you get a Steve card, but you still flatline to a couple agendas. Yeah, Steve gets a card, so you can access safely and still see how they run, but you can't touch a Fuji. Or break the net damage. They did. The problem is like Banhar is they're all net damage, right? Like that's the problem, is Banhar made them all net damage. If Banhar wasn't net damage, you'd Boomerang the last subroutine. And then you can leave the middle subroutine open, so you can also draw a card, and then you're very okay. Oh, the Doof presents a breach? No, Doof is optional. You can choose to access. It's an optional ability. Yeah. I think this showed up on stream yesterday. I think pin will happen and somebody accessed. You can't. Pin is a mandatory replacement. Hey, thanks for the game. Want to run back? So they never should choose to access there? Yeah, they can choose not to access or they can jack out. They can choose not to access with Steve. Okay, see there. We'll run it back. I still don't think that's an easy matchup for them. Is that an ONR alt art? It's not. It's in the vibe of ONR. Akira made a whole bunch of them. I didn't know they were on JNet. I generally don't touch the alt art cards for to make streaming obvious. But there's a bunch of them. I have a couple, actually. I forget which ones I have. I have some old ones, some rotated ones. Like I think a turning wheel, maybe? All right, we don't have an Anansi, but I like parts of this hand. Thanks, you too. If we can draw an Anansi, this would be great. But I want to do Tattoo Bowl in the remote server. Yeah, they're inspired by Onar, but they're modern. The frame is not exactly it. It just looks like it. Okay, how do we do this? So we need to keep Steve out at all costs. So Tattoo Bowl ends up on HQ. Then we can do the Charlotte Lacosta remote server. That's actually served us surprisingly well. It's not fantastic. Like you end up paying 3 to get 4 in a card. So it's like fine. But like the Steve deck doesn't usually play Miss Bones. So trashing this is actually pretty expensive. It's a fun exercise. I've begun watching all the old Worlds finals and writing a write-up for the game of the future vantage point. It's a weird thing to say, but like back in the day, people were worse at the game in some ways. Like I still think we had fantastic players, but I think there's modern players who understanding now with like 12 years of construction and shared knowledge and stuff that like you can play better on certain turns than some players back in the day. You see this obviously with all games. This is not meant to be a slight. Okay, sick. So we can put an enemy on there. That's kind of cursed. We can put this on HQ. That's probably more important. This on HQ is much more important. There's going to be a lot of damage. And we'll keep Snare as a 50-50. Overall, we've definitely improved over the years. Yes, the average play of a Netrunner player, that's a better way to say it. The average play of a Netrunner player has increased dramatically over 12 years. There are still fantastic players better than what we've ever seen. We stand on the shoulders of giants. We do. That's why I played Dave's deck list tonight instead of playing my own bad version from 6 months ago. Look how much we've all learned. So excited, nervous to see. Ooh, touch the table. With the rotation, trash costs come down enough that losing Miss Bones doesn't feel as bad as it seems. Lockmanos, it's not even losing Miss Bones. It's losing Miss Bones. It's losing Parisha. It's losing Scrubber. I'm assuming we'll get something in those slots, but we literally lose everything that trashes cards. This is good for our opponent. They're trashing everything. Personally, I think we're collectively got much better a runner than we have at Corp. Maybe not much better, but more better. Find a nice. Find a nice. Credit. They've been running stuff. I think it's more likely to be related to card pool evolution than player evolution. Yeah, maybe. For what it's worth, the game might be structured a bit different too. I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of the null single game sets, like the Borealis cycle, really does kind of hold your hand at what is a win condition. It's a lot more obvious. A lot of the win conditions I feel like are a bit more like in different concentrated areas. Whereas like we just, you know, here's indexing, figure it out. Anyone can play it in creative ways, as opposed to like, oh, here's S and all ESA cards. Here's deep dive and like potentially Sable and everything else. I think we should have iced the remote. Yeah, me too. I'm worried about Steve getting in. I think icing the remote was good. I did not expect him to trash all that stuff. It would have been good if he didn't. I just don't want to ice the remote with Anemone, but like, here is where we stand, especially with a revolver. Ugh. Ugh. I'll shoot my shot. Borehole holding my hand for real, for real, for real. You put it on the table and you wait. We didn't have that back in 2014. We had to fast advance our Astros. You know how many more clicks that takes? Less time. And then he's annoying for a revolver. It's still 2 credits and a bullet. Yeah, taxing a revolver is real, but this deck is on 3 revolvers and Steve. So like you need things that tax a revolver quickly, like Saisentan and Anansi. It can break enemies as much as it wants. Table snare? I'm not doing table snare because I think Stein would think that we're pushing out behind a barrier. Oh, they banharded. I forgot that was a possibility in this line of work. Sneak door. Panweave. Come last click, Cyber. Come find my beautiful, beautiful snare. Come on. Snare! Hedge fund. Piss. What do they lose? They lost a window. That's fine. All right, I'm going to put Anansi on archives because, of course, I'm going to. We still haven't found one legitimate thing to do. So this goes on server 3. I think we Hansei the hedge fund? How much money could we need? Good old the archive spider. Over defending archives since 2016. 17, excuse me. I do think we figured out a lot of generally applicable runner best practices that are easier to teach than similar practices on the corp side. In part, there's just the corp drives the game, though. I feel like corps are driving the game way more now, but like corps are super tempo builds. Like we didn't have tempo agendas back then. Yeah, it is a believe it or not play for sure. They actually have a credit issue into believe it or not. I will just anemone and not care. I'm just going to anemone cards. I still play like tomorrow's garbage day. We still can't explain what tempo is? Yes, we can. It just takes a bit. Tempo is easy to explain. Are we going to have the annual tempo conversation? The T word? Tempo is important. People should learn about tempo. Tempo. It's Italian. It's just a word. T word alert. Strike fund? Sure, gamble. We're just playing cards. All right. We're going to be drawing cards. Brah. Win condition. False lead. But of course. Tempo is banned. Trick shot Illuminal. Yeah, tempo is a bit banned. Tempo is scored a BCP. That's not tempo, Radish. You know that's not tempo. I feel like if we do a Lacoste, it will just make it a sweeter pot to run. I feel like that's against our interests. Shame. Just shame. Shame. They never run archives, right? Does tempo exist in Magic the Gathering? I believe so. Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. 100%. Tempo is what you set your metronome to. Exactly, Kato. It's about setting the metronome. Lacoste false lead table snare. That would be a really cool line. They're still ban-harding server 3, but they haven't ran. I think we scared Cyberstein pretty bad with that like big old Anansi, but now they have a revolver. I don't think they have to be worried. Like the most you take is 3 damage on any other ice. Hey Vinny, tempo's one of the 3 main deck types in MTG alongside aggro. Ooh, Kurapir is on the table. Ooh, false lead and a click. Lacoste is such a good card. If Lacoste was printed in any other faction, it would be busted. It's still busted in Jinteki, but imagine we had a Lacoste in HP. Oh my god, you would love it. Like, I think Lacoste is just like such a good ability, and unfortunately it's always been like, oh, it's a Jinteki card. Got a doof? Okay. I don't care. Score lead, install snare, you know it. Lacoste and HP over Trank? Trank kind of cracked though? No, but you make more servers. Don't do this, watch me. I probably can't res this anemone now though, because then they won't access. I can't res the anemone. I can't do it. I think we're just going to snare them. The problem is they have class act. They'll be on 4 cards. You need to do it. Oh, Harp, I'll do it for you. Steel skin, no! Just clear your stairs. Lacoste and NBN would be sleepy besides the man? No, it's good. It's a good card. Advancement's good. I wonder if Drago can make a comeback with no R+. I hope not. It's not so much without also R+, but also without the tag punishment that exists in the world. Ooh, nice surprise there. You got a goat in. I thought that would be a bit worse. They install the class act first though. Yeah, they might still access. That, like, I'm so happy we hit the steel skins because now they're like, oh damn. Damn, I'm safe. That might encourage game net. Oh, that's true. So they can either take a damage or 2 credits. I feel like 2 credits and a bullet is worth a damage. They're not threatening to trash Lacoste, which is like sick. Fire or break. Okay. Ooh. Oh no, we win. No, not like this. No. No. They had another steel skin. It was a 1 and 3 to survive. GG. I didn't want to res the anemone because I thought you wouldn't access. But it was the steel skins that saved both of us. Good old table snares. Sandarian, how's it going? Yeah, they had a steel skin. There's a 1 and 3 that it would have been on more cards here. And then here we can false lead, but they install the class act. If they don't, like, false lead snare is kind of sick. Kind of really good. Rarely seen table snares that are, some people are just built different. Table snare all the time. It's debating if I need credits to crash the remote. The class act was good. It was great. Yeah, the class act was really good there. They die Fuji as well. I think you can't take that access. If it's Fuji, they have 3 cards in hand. No, they're fine. And then if we pop and false lead, no, Fuji, they're okay. The revolver counter was the problem. Then again, I figured I would have the recovery in classic. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they live to Fuji. Fuji's 3. And then we can't, we could like drop punitive if we get lucky. That's it. Extra games. I was practicing loud against Kit, and people table snared me 3 times with 1 copy of snare in the deck in 1 game. The problem is you're predictable. Stop running stuff. Yeah, if it hits the steel, no, even if it doesn't hit the steel skin, they survive. Lockmanos, right? Because Fuji just does 3 damage, and they had 3 cards. Wait, no, they had 2 cards? I thought they had 3 cards. No, it's a bit of a combo deck. Snare does 3? Oh yeah, you're right, Harp. That would have been an obvious conclusion. For Fuji, they had a 50% chance of dying. We would have to do PE first, which is always correct, and then do Fuji. So it's 50%. Yeah, let me. It's Ghost Meats list. Ghost Meats list from the West Coast. Yeah, it's weird how I didn't realize snare. I could have reverse engineered how many cards in hand because of snare. That's true. I never fully understand false lead. Is it like an instant speed thing? Yes, where you can pop it at any time. You can pop it at any paid ability window as long as the runner has 2 clicks to lose because it says if able. Or technically it doesn't say if able, it used to. The null signal games text is a bit more clear. The runner has 2 or more clicks. So in theory, we can fire it at here after they commit to access and then, or right after the click, it doesn't really matter. And then they would end their turn. But classic would fire, so they'd be 4 on cards on their hand. So they'd be okay. Well, welcome back. That's really cool. Glad you're playing again. Thanks again for the game. There's the case they probably would have lost regardless if they could survive the snare. Only they would survive because they already installed Class Act. So when their turn ends, they draw 4 cards. If they had no Class Act, yeah, they end their turn on 0 cards and then they die at the end of line. But because they have the Class Act, they actually end on 4 cards in hand. We wouldn't have popped the false lead. Oh, let's go. Atlanta. Because you can instantly pop the false lead and then end of line. Yeah, just watch out. They installed the Class Act. That's why it's golden. They pre-installed that before they ran. So it says at the end of the turn, draw 4. Hey, cheers. I had a fun game once where Patty played Doof and I res Jaguarundi and popped false lead and he flatlined. Sick. Yeah, Classic is really good. It's a card they have to play around on this combo deck. So it buys you a turn. It's like, obviously Classic is such a good card, but when it comes down to like an interesting tech card, I think it's just such, I think it's the most interesting don't die tech card we've ever seen, if you want to call it that. And it is also like very playable in all matchups, but it doesn't feel as unfair as Stone Chip because it's temporal. Like the problem with Stone Chip is it's very easy to play, and also you can choose when to not die, as opposed to Class Act where you have to be a bit more careful. I'm a big Class Act fan. Temporal. Oh, we were meant to do the tempo talk. Oh, hold on. After this game, we'll do the tempo talk. I'll remember. I think I can do the tempo talk in 5 minutes. Does anybody honestly, like, how many people honestly don't know what tempo is? TCA's amazing design. It's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. The fact that it like recaptures Andromeda and it's like also a unique card you're happy to play 3 of. Gives you good decision points. Just really good. 5 influence too, which like they did not mess around. And still people play for 5 influence, which is great. The artist can one day be an okay card if the game slows down. If the game played at the speed of 2014 Netrunner, 2013 Netrunner, it would be a very good card. I'm okay skipping the tempo talk. Cat, this is your fault. I think the problem isn't people not knowing what tempo is that people all knowing that it's something different. Real question, how do you feel about warm reception reduced service? I don't feel much because reduced service is very expensive. Because every time that you res reduced service, unless you infinitely res it one time and they never make a successful run, you have to pay money. Like reduced service functionally is a 4-credit res. So why are we de-resing it? So that we can get more counters on it and keep paying for it? It seems hard. The thing is also, if you're playing like warm reception, it's easy for them to make successful runs because things are not iced up because you're playing political. Do you think the game should slow down at all? I'm undecided. I think maybe slightly. I don't know. I think it's good that the game's faster because you can play more game. Like, not going to time, all that stuff is great. I think there's a difference between the game. Okay. This is the thing that came up with ONR. ONR is a much slower game on average because your cards just do less and you use the basic actions more. So the game is just slower. But that doesn't mean the games take longer generally, which is kind of interesting. The turns are faster because you're just doing like credit install. I think like hitting on average 8-turn games, to me, it becomes a problem because you don't see a lot of your deck. And then the less of your deck you see in any game, the more it feels like, unless your deck inherently has something like self-modifying code or whatever, sometimes things are out of your control. This is definitely a hand you can have. 419 again. Okay. How about warm reception wage workers IAAAA for Motion Gaming? I guess you can do that. Yeah, you're right. That's kind of fun. I once faced a triple re-res reduced service in Air Station Glacier. People are doing it. We'll put it in icy hot. I don't think you have the money. Thanks, you too. Okay, they mulliganed. We have economy. We have ice. I don't love an enemy on HQ, but sometimes it do be like that. We have to protect our sense against diversion of funds. We also have to install multiple things a turn. The problem is our hand is really bad to install multiple things a turn. So we might actually, we have to ice up HQ. So I think this turn we just like, unfortunately eat this and put, we're PE. I don't recognize the name. They might not recognize the play. Could just be like a falsified shit. That was the worst that could have gone really quickly. That was terrible. Things are bad. I'm upset. Oh, this is, can you craft a worse opening for us? I can't imagine one. Andre likes grinder games where you see your whole deck. Got it. I like Marvel Champions. I want to see every single card in my deck 3 times. Looking back and seeing the Gila Hands Arcology is a card you wanted to score. Yeah, but that was also in Jinteki PE, where it's like, you didn't have much better to do. We want to keep drawing because we want to install multiple cards a turn. Scrub Bros crashing. It's really bad out here. Miss Bones prepaid strike fund. That means they're probably playing Steel Skin. Look at all these events. My roommate was briefly caught with the lure of re-resing reduced services. It sounds awful to me. Imagine paying 8 into it and getting pinholed. Oh yeah, pinhole also didn't exist back then. What are we meant to do? Do you ever play other formats on stream? Sometimes we play Startup. We haven't in a while. We will play System Gateway. Now that we have the table behind us, we'll probably play other formats, but I generally play that. We've played Eternal like maybe once. What do? This is 0419. Oh, that makes sense because of Strike Fund. Yeah, it's not Banhar. We can put 2 Lacosas on the table. I mean, that's like mostly all the Miss Bones money. That seems terrible, though. Brad, how's it going, by the way? I'm down for 0419. I don't think I've ever seen it. Is it playing Ashen? Or is it just going to run out of cards? I remember in a draft tourney, I had Gia Hands Ecology scored, and then I scored an efficiency committee. There was a combo in it. I just used the counters to get Gila Hands 3 times. Gila Hands in ONR was a 3-2. It was a 3-2 agenda with Gia text on it. I mean, this is not good for us. I would say this is bad for us. You see the lines? You look into the matrix and the code suddenly makes sense. You install 2 Reaper functions. Would you ever stream some Arkham Horror? Oh, most definitely. I have the video set up ready to do Arkham Horror. I'm going to do a campaign on Velma's relatively soon. I'm not sure I'm going to do it live. I'm going to do the first one recorded because I think it looks better recorded. It's hard to do live multiplayer Arkham because you have to talk to everyone. This deck plays Hijacked Router. That's good. We're getting ahead of it. Please let me know if it plays Steelskin. I don't think I'll play Arkham Horror on this channel though. This is the thing that I'm running into is like with this space, I might do other stuff too, but like I'm not going to do it on the Metropole Grid because I think there's some sanctity for the Metropole Grid just being Netrunner. Snare means we win. Most agendas mean we win here. So I think I want to make a channel where I can just turn on and stream whatever I want. I just don't know what that channel would be. Like I need to come up with a name. Guess we keep spamming the board. I think we do. We do keep spamming the board. Oh, that was almost there. All right, so we can do 5 damage. So I'll fall asleep and shit on La Costa. I don't want to put it on La Costa because they'll just probably run it. Maybe we should because we need to. Crash Space. Hey, Sax, it's been a while. How you doing? Happy New Year. Ooh, Tunnel Vision. That's cool. Twinning? You don't need more than 3 cards. 3 cards is a lot of cards. You probably want to play an event because of prepaid. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. We win. Oh, no, not like this. 2 cards? They found a Reaper and they got 5 credits. I can't think of a less fortunate thing to expose there. This is, we beat Steelskin. Ooh, GG. I was worried you're going to roll through everything. I was... Oh, they're gone. Okay. Yeah, not another win. Yeah, it's really frightening with that many things on the table. Like, you probably have to check something just to get a bounce, I reckon. Like, we're not scoring, so I don't know what they are. Maybe you think they're snares because we're not scoring. Double Reaper is, like, not something I would expect. Thanks, man. It's been so much up and down and all around. Busy with all kinds of things, but good times. Really fun to coincidence into you being on. Yeah, glad you can drop in. Need 2 Steelskins to live? Yeah, that would be 4 plus 2 plus 2. And then Falsely does 1 more damage here, which is credit perfect. Yeah, that'd be close. This seems like a toxic deck. I have no comments. So this is like the thing where I enjoy PE is that you have multiple win conditions. And most games that you win, something weird happens. Right? Like I've played PD, and PD does the same thing. It's still fun. You have to focus on it. But like PD games are PD games. And whenever you play like Loud or this sort of deck, I imagine, like always something strange happens. And there's always so many angles where the runner can make a mistake or find themselves in a situation that they misread. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I've been enjoying Personal Evolution as of late. It's just fun and creative. Like just the vibes-based Loud thing of do the worst thing for your opponent and make them like uncomfortable is like just fun. Because I've had, unfortunately, the last like 3 P games I played at a GNK were all grinder. Sometimes you do end up being grinder on accident. Not like a more grinder, but like you have 1 snare grinder. Yeah, it's just fun. It's just really fun that you have this like alternate win condition that's always like just that snake going through the muck. Everyone's like standing on their chair watching for the snake. Andre's sadism is showing through. I don't enjoy flatlining people. I just enjoy having like, oh, ooh, careful. You got to watch out. It's not just this. It's not just points. Kat, you like PE, right? To be fair, I like PE because being aware that death is an option and being very upfront, nice, and unlike some surprise assassinate. The first sentence, part of that was pretty messed up. Hey, Maddie, Nana knocked this off of the table and started playing with it. I had to pull it out of her hands. I felt so bad. She wants a little bird. No, they're not made. Yeah. All right, Essa, that is a tricky matchup. I like PE for sadism. Hey, thanks, you too. All right, so Essa, you want to not get sabotaged? We have punitive, which means running archives. Like we can just put a Fuji in there and probably win. The issue is if they play like conservatively and get down like a Maro. I keep trying to say Maro, which I've never said that word like that ever in my life, and somehow it's Maro. I'll keep this. I've never seen your cat, even though I've been watching the stream for like 4 years. Oh, she was on stream at the beginning of last stream. We were like chanting her name. She was on stream today. She's really quite cute. Everyone thinks she's great. All right, we got the start. We got the start. Good things can happen. Table snare was an option. This seems like a good new player deck. Need ice against Shtushka. It's fine. If we get Shtushka, we just throw a Fuji and have punitive, and then we just hope that there's enough points in archives. Anemone's good though. This hand got way better. YOLO swag. I don't care. 5 points. Run archives. We win. Maddie just sit for the other room. Ew, why are you saying YOLO swag? Totally fair response. Totally fair. Run archives, my friend. Cat is great. Thank you, Justin. Run archives. No, that's not what archives looks like. No. 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 We still win. Oops. 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 It's just P stuff. So many P games and somebody makes a dirty laundry and just loses the game. This just happens. Oh, you dirty laundry. You shouldn't dirty laundry last click though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there was 5 points in archives. That game was ending one way or another. Yeah, I don't value dirty laundry against P last click. It's so tempting. I've seen so many people, and it's like, it's always punitive. It's always a punitive deck. Feels bad. 1 minute. We're getting back our efficiency. Our win rate's going up. There's basically no safe dirty laundry there. They hit a snare 50-50 on HQ through an enemy. Yeah, you don't need the 3 credits. Just don't flatline. Any turn that you steal Fuji, you should just like pump the brakes. I was expecting to hit points on top, but that's how it goes. Yeah. Points turned out to be pretty good for me. Thanks for the game. Want to run back? Just calling Netrunner sick. Welcome to my CB Irons. Diamond, I know, and I don't like it. It doesn't make good Netrunner. The problem is like you're on Bacterial. Bacterial is like even more cursed because it's like, oh, I have more money than them. And it's like Bacterial into 3 points into YDL. It's like they don't expect that. Hey, no worries. Thanks again. Cheers. The Fuji was stolen with the dirty laundry. Yeah. It was random. There's only 2 in there, but it could have been a snare. That wouldn't have ended the game. The Ocean simply built different. Tell me about it. D, I'm going to open this game. You can join it if you want. I'm not going to join your game because I'm streaming. That feels rude. Thing is, you have to respect this place, but you also can't always respect this place. I just don't think in PE there's a good reason to run last click, especially when the corporation has no board state and you're up points and they have nothing. If they're on like 5 points and you lose like Regenesis combo, start touching things, but like you just have to slow down against those sort of decks and respect them. Because the bad thing happens, not always, but like that dirty laundry could have happened last turn. You can just click for a credit. People just want to play their cards. Lol. How's it going to you? They weren't up points. Great. You're right. They weren't up points because they were up points because they stole it. But like, you just don't have to do it. Like if that's a snare too, like you end up with a tag, I think end a line into something could be a problem. Yeah, you're right. They weren't up points. But like, that's the thing. We're on 0-0. You don't have to do anything. You don't lose the game on turn 1. You can't. It's really, really hard. This wasn't the right time for it, agreed. Yeah. I'll bring my Hosh if Andre wants, but I figured more fun to beat up other deck. D, bring whatever you want. It's fine. I'm playing PE. One of the first things someone told me was don't run last click into Jinteki. Yes, there's actually a lot of modern Netrunner where running last click is bad. Like, I like that the new experience, like, you got bad Biroids and System Gateway. You have snares pretty quickly and other stuff. Like, you flatline to stuff. Against NBN, you don't run last click as a ping. And tomorrow's headline, thanks, you too. All right, we got a Worlds finalist playing against a lot of good players. We usually do. It's pretty good. All right, Hoshiko 45. I'm assuming D is on viruses. I like this hand. Ikua, yeah, Ikua and standard really matters. But like just about every part of the system gateway tells you not to run the last click. On cell, ping, Jinteki just hurting you in general. J is probably the best corp to apply runner heuristics to. What do you mean? Love doing nothing on the runner side. What's the no corp threat? Go install my cards. You don't gotta do nothing. You don't gotta do nothing. So we can do Tattoo Bull to Charlotte Advance. We need to ice this up because you always touch a card with Hoshiko. HQ is where you often go. R&D has some points. I'm just gonna do this credit. It means next turn we can do Charlotte Advance Gaslight maybe. It's not as bad as the night Andre did the R's on D Jai Gauntlet. I'm pretty sure it went poorly for us, but like, whatever. I'm like glad. If the competition you get to see on this channel is Aeneas, oh shit, this is Conduit, is really good. Like we all learn something. You get to watch the better players figure it out. You get to watch us get frustrated. And sometimes we win. So it's like, I got nothing to prove. I got nothing to prove. All right, D's drawing a lot. I'm assuming this might be Ice Destruction as well. Funny enough how the See How They Run looks exactly like this. I remember one night we did get bodied. It was like the world's top 16 gauntlet, which is really funny. I think the quote on Tehran's like write up on the Substack is like getting a game in every stream is like pretty good training for events. And it's like, yeah, it's relatively, as long as I'm playing something serious, I think that's a really good way to do it. I think we've been playing also against Arizon on stream like once a week at a minimum. Always nice to play someone stronger. If you win, you're amazing. If you lose, it was expected. Yeah, it's easy. With all due disrespect to myself, right? Right? All right. Earthrise Hotel. Not seeing the console yet. Easily could be Patchwork. Aeneas means Conduit, or it could be Maw. I think it's more likely to be Maw, because Aeneas Maw is like a thing you do. I'm always too slow to join. Oh yeah, you have to preempt it because of like a bit of chat delay. Knowing what deck you're playing is always a huge deal. Oh yeah, if you know what I'm playing. Well, sometimes if I'm playing the deck list of the week, that's the only thing I don't like, is that I'm playing the deck list of the week and then it's like playing against meta deck top tier players. Like, okay, this doesn't seem like it's going to be an even fight. Because sometimes the deck list of the week isn't a top tier deck, with all due disrespect. I'm just too deep in the content creation pipeline. You can't come back to pro play, rip. I am frustrated that I never play the same deck for like more than a minute. The thing is, like with Aeneas, D is probably going to touch one of these cards. We need another ice here. I also try not to queue into an 80-20 matchup. Yeah, I appreciate that. 7 segment LED. I think we won a game with 7 segment, but it might have been like a disconnect or something. I'm pretty sure we ended up winning a game on accident. Ooh, no ice and time respect. We don't have ice. Is getting the card draw worth showing D the Tattoo Bull? The Tattoo Bull is really good against oh, run the Spin Doctor. Oh no, D, that was a 2. That's not fair. You're meant to run the Spin Doctor. It was a flat line? Oh, sick. Come to bear practice under cat. I really should. I've been very guilty about it. But the thing is, like, I worry because I don't practice competitively enough that I won't be good practice. But I definitely should. I've been like really out of the loop for a bit, which I've been pretty upset about. I definitely should. I think the last thing I did, we did a tournament where we did like the gauntlet tournament. I thought it was really fun. I got some good games against D. 6 cards in hand is technically size respect. Sure, it just teaches you something. It's not so much that D will flatline. It just shows you what risks D will take and how good D's hand is. I mean, we're not building towards anything. You're still much better than the majority of casual. I'll take the compliment. Thank you. I kind of want to push this shitter, but we need the Hanseis to stick. So I think we do Hansei into Charlotte, advance Charlotte, stick a Gaslight. Like, they're not running everything. They seem to think we're on traps. Seeing a false lead, I think, is pretty telling. D might know Dave's list. Come back to the Bay for the Berkeley District on March 3rd. Oh, I don't think there's a chance. But good look at the districts. That sounds great. What do you want to get with the Gaslight? We're going to let it cook, and then we're going to pull whatever we need when we need it. So end the line is a natural combination with see how they run. Punitive if things go strange. D has dropped a Unity. Okay. A bit of influence for reg breakers. We've seen no steel skins so far. D won't play them. D is not under the threat to have to get card draw quickly. We just lost the Gaslight. D's thinking. D's taking their time. So now D understands like punitive and stuff is around. It's March 8th. Okay, I can make it. I read it in March and then like squiggly happy faces March 3rd. I mean, D's going to pivot HQ eventually. Yeah, this means we're flooded. Like, it's been a lot of turns. The problem is, like, D's not going to run this turn. Roll a 2. That's snare. Yes. Hit a steel skin and a strike fund. I don't think D trashed that. I'm surprised D trashed that. That's like a bit of Hollow in respect, usually. It just makes it easier now for us to get it for the Spin Doctor. It's not great to do that all the time. Brothers Ice, this is a big old sentry that does a lot of net damage. This just ends the run. All right, we don't have a play here. Pay 4 credits to benefit your opponent. Your opponent got a new hand and more money. Does it seem like Bad Netrunner where you're on the side of the corp? IMOP is interesting since Obokata got banned rotated. It depends on what the interesting is. Like, this game is not particularly interesting. It could be, but we'd have to push into this. I imagine at this point, D's gone through 20 cards, has a Boomerang or Amakua or the Cleaver. Yeah, the trap trashing meta has evolved, which is kind of fun. So we've Gaslight. A single punitive won't often do it, but we can set up Lacosta Mavirus Fuji. That means we can do it next turn, though. And we're still going to advance this. I don't think it's right. Yeah, I don't think it was right for D to trash it there. I'd be interested to hear their thoughts, but I don't think it's right. People used to play Wake Up Call in Jinteki as well. At like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I don't know. Bring Them Home is more likely than Holloman. Oh, that's true. Yeah, nobody plays that. Why do people often not trash traps? So 2 reasons. You can play cards that say like only play this after the turn the runner's trashed a card, like Bring Them Home. But secondarily, it now is in archives. And so that if I res a Spin Doctor, I can shuffle it back. If you leave it on the table, I have to spend a click installing something on top of it to trash it, and then I can Spin Doctor it back in. It's a good question. Roll 2. Gaslight. Beans. I like how D is working on our board state slowly. That Gaslight was really important. If we can top deck another ice, we'll be okay. But say you're playing NBN Wilson, they have a card called Oppo Research that says if you trash a card last turn, you can give the runner 2 or 4 tags. And so that really matters. Sometimes you'll find an NBN card and be like, I don't want to trash this because. I often trash because I'm forget and run it again. Oh, you can, in Netrunner, if you've ran a card and you forgot what it is, you can ask your opponent. You can also like mark it. You're allowed to mark it and you can take notes. So if you're struggling with memory, there's a lot of things you can do about it. I think we do Saisentan Fuji Advance. If we do see how they run Advance, we could trash the twinning. That would be good. I think trashing the twinning is important. The best thing to do is if you're struggling with memory is install Cyberfeeder. Yeah, you can play the app that I play, which remembers. If a card's access, you'll see it in black font or black bar. Bring Sharpie to market. Don't do that. They're only sleeves. You can fix the sleeves. I have a Cyberpunk Red RPG session tonight. What deck should I bring to soccer people? A System Gateway, Jai. Just bring System Gateway. All right. Is D going to dump 3 in here? I think D can see 2. I don't think D has to see 3. D sync 3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So 2 steel skins out. He's deciding to trash. Fun per min. Do we spin to look for end of line? We don't really need to. Oh yeah, we'll definitely res spin. Meteor, how's it going? We'll res spin, because in theory we have a lethal here. Assuming there's not another Steel Sin. Trash Rashida a couple cards down. That's good for us, because then we can draw the end of line more likely. I wonder if the swipe HQ here. I think swiping HQ is like very likely to win the game. They just can't break barriers, which like you bounce, unless it's a Botu, then that's a bit annoying. If your RPG folks are big into card games, Zaya versus BTL is a good step up. I forget we packed already, but a couple I've played before and might want something spicier. Oh, PE, easily. I think PE is always a fan favorite. So like here has been 20 turns. We've seen 2 agendas. I think D has a big reason to run HQ here and swipe with a twinning. We've been putting table snare, which means like maybe we don't have hand snare. I don't know. But PE is really good. Ooh, respect. Rush BTL. I wish Rush BTL was like a meta force. It's a fun deck. Advancing cards is fun. I don't think D will run HQ last click. They know this. Are they going to go for 2 cards here? What is this? What am I missing? Oh, very cool. There's a snare card down. That's no good. Oh, that was almost really good for us. So the twinning is no longer worth trashing. This is awkward. I'm not gonna write thinking. D knows we're thinking. D will think that this is potentially like a hard end to run, like a Noetic. They might not challenge it. Do we need money here? We can Hansei the hedge fund, which is fine. Yeah, we'd have to hold for a turn. PE and something blue always hits among new players. Yeah, Criminal's always really fun. For what it's worth, Lilo was a really good teaching ID. I think Lilo is just very, very fun to see that the aggression pays off. But I think Zai just does a better job encouraging them to play the game. Not Hansei the agenda out of hand? No, we definitely could. But I'm assuming with this an enemy, will get it out of hand. I'd Hansei one of the agendas. Maybe we should have. I think pushing the Fuji is going to be important. Oh, now we're cooked. Yeah, maybe now we should have. I just assumed we'd get it out of hand with the enemy. But yeah, I guess D would run the Spin Doctor maybe first. I was not expecting a couplation. That's going to be a problem for us. We actually don't want that many cards. I'm going to shuffle down a hedge fund to confuse a face down. I might make running R&D look a bit better. There's always some value in that. Is there a point in holding snare if the Fuji Axis wins the game? What do you mean? Yeah, this is what we want. Hit a boomerang good. These are personal evolution expert. Yeah, they play a lot of PE. So we know where one snare is. Risky to access 2 cards here. Oh, we could win. This does 2 damage. We'd have to get lucky off the top deck, but D saw the next card. The next card, we have 1 draw for potential lethal. It's basically asking why we didn't Hansei the Fuji. I kind of want to keep it because we might actually have to push it. Like, I don't think we can play keep away infinitely. D draws. Waiting for response, Paladin, Puemo, eating the daily cast, I imagine. How do you get all the symbols to show up on your choices? It's a plugin called Cyberfeeder that I use. Rocky makes this. It's only on Firefox, and it does a lot of like really good accessibility stuff and memory stuff. So it highlights cards you access in history. Yeah, daily cast went. Okay. So we have 1 draw here. Gaslight. Okay. So this does 2 damage. So we have to draw into either a Neurospike, which is a 1 of, and Endoline, which is a 1 of. 3 damage with Mavirus. A Mavirus is only if they access it. It doesn't actually do damage. They should be able to run this. I'm just assuming they think that this is the thing. So we put the gaslight on the table, they have to trash it. Do table snare again? Yeah, because they know that we have a gaslight. We should do this. Because they saw a gaslight there. That's actually really funny. They don't have a fractor? No, but they've gone through like 30 cards. They have a fractor or a boomerang at this point. Right. Come on, D. Come on down. We can put both gaslight and snare potentially 50-50 lethal. We should have put 2 snares on the table. That might have been the play, 2 snares. A winky face. Yeah, double snare install was a much better play. Because D needs to deal with the... I think double snare was actually a legitimately very sick play instead of clicking for credit. I regret that. I just didn't want to do it into cupulation. Because D might actually just cup this and send it. If that's the case, though, if this is an enemy, D has to respect it. Oh, D didn't cup it. Yeah, I think double snare would have been pretty cool. But D has a tag. Like, D has some choices here. I think they know we have 1 enemy, so that changes what they think the board is. Because an enemy is super lethal on run. You at least have to draw a card, unless you think it's not an enemy. It's still very hard for us to have lethal here. Okay. This can go well for us. We know where all the snares are, so there's actually not much that hurts here. Problem is if it defines the combo piece, they steal it. Fuck. I was warned about that. We still have a neurospike, but yeah, if that's the problem with R&D being accessible, seems good. Yeah, that's a really bad oof. They didn't grab the snare, that's why. It's a shame that this card doesn't see any play in criminal. It is like such a cool card. Just, I don't know. Doesn't work with the criminal game plan. All right, so we have a 1 in 23. Next turn, we can also do gaslight snare on the table. D also obviously has to draw up. Maybe not clearing the tag. I think we have on mindscaping though. The deck is not on mindscaping. That's surprising. Crim has MU issues. Yeah, Crim struggles with MU. Like, you need breakers. Then if you're playing an IAR breaker or a Chesva or a bankroll, like, you just can't play you. I just wish they had a way to play utility programs. Like, they just need some sort of cool way to make utility programs work. Like, Crim MU has been the most boring thing. They can't even play Sneak Door Beta. Can we score in Jam Fuji? Yeah, we will. We'll probably trash 20 on the way. A good 2 MU console? Yeah, that might have been something. So D knows what we're top decking. So we can score. Push Fuji, that's probably it. Trashing 20 doesn't matter anymore. We shouldn't really purge. Memory Diamond is right there, yeah, but like, come on. Hit a Dirty Laundry. I'd rather have the core damage. Hit a Steel Skin with core damage. I've had worse one have fired there. Oh, that's really good for D though. Like a Steel Skin is clutch. 100% Crim has a lot of cool programs, yes, but no good click compression the way that they like play hardware. D has to worry about mindscaping, I think. Maybe I'm built different, but playing over MU and Crim isn't that hard. IMO. Classically been very, very hard. No one really plays programs in Criminal. So Fuji does 3 damage. D's on 20 credits, has a fractor now. When we draw the next card into the other end of line, there's only one end of line. Cror, we can't. Nah, GG. Oh, the end of the line cup. So good. Yeah, great one. High points in archives. On the turn where I installed the gaslight, had I installed 2 gaslights, which you have ran both. Kicking back and drinking a nice cold cup of elation. Ben Blum, how's it going? Good luck on the weekend. Sick. Yeah, the double snare play was like legitimately inspired. I've been very good. Ah, yeah, that would have been so cool. Double table snare, same turn. Yo, B-Blum, your games against Larea on stream was like so fun. So fun. I assume you likely don't have one in HQ, but that's faulty reasoning. Yeah, I had everyone. Could have done it. Yeah. That was a cool game. Kind of fun. I don't like the waiting for the combo. Like, that's a problem with this deck, is I think we probably should have just pushed and then pushed the next points and just did tempo core damage, because I feel like drawing into the 1 of combo piece, or technically it's a 2 of in 23. Like, it's not my game plan. I'd rather push this and go. Archer would have been better there, but it was in my hand. Oh, I don't remember that. It's a great game though. I was happy to lose that on stream. Yeah, it was really, really close. She was running HQ and missing. I think she had I think she missed on the last click. She could have got an extra click with wheels. Playing run is way more fun with that pinhole, I have to say. Yeah, I think so. No fractor, eh? But the fact that that was clawed back after like the 5 conduit was just really, really fun. Yeah, that makes sense. That pinhole comment, mind you, I think is only fun if there's certain cards not in the game. It was a Mav bluff. That's a void. I was talking that you'd think it's a void. Yeah, so we did this earlier, is that we installed this card to say, not that we need it in the matchup, but like D's going to think this is a void. And I love that we can prove that D thought that was a void. So this server was not worth running as long as we were keeping our hand full, which is like a huge part of Netrunner that you don't find out unless you talk to your opponent. Obviously with open deck lists, if this deck's not on void, you can't do that, but it's a thing you can do. Really expect void a bit too much, but I really figured my win con would be Mon Steel Skin. Yeah. Sing the Neas turn 1. Thought you'd be on Ma. Didn't see one. I didn't draw the Ma, and then the Steel Skin's kind of banished for some reason. There's a game in CBI I played versus Iswak. I played Burner 3 times to defuse the void. That was like how Canats was won. It was like run remote, void happened. Burner, it showed agendas, and then run the remote server and forced, I think, the void again. And then the agenda was stranded and HQ was only points. It was really, really good. I wish there was the influence to run in Shaper. Oh, super cool. Yeah, cool. So Aeneas, Cupulation, Maw all works together. I thought you'd be on Conduit too, but I guess Maw isn't enough. Cool. Yeah, legit. Well, yeah. It's no influence. Maw is a tech card. Maw for me is like an unplayable card or a fun card. It's like in matchups it's like the best, or it's like I hate that I have it in my deck. Hey, cheers. Thank you for the game. All right. Cool. That's gonna be it for tonight. We're gonna be back. I did some recording yesterday, trying to get a deck dive up. I'll try and do some more tomorrow. I don't know when that video will be up. Again, I showed this early on stream. We have a whole streaming studio here for Paper Play. It looks really nice. Shout out to all the folks who helped put this together. And we'll be recording some stuff for it on the weekend. That's why it's called 3 Mice. Oh, I think you got it now. Hey D, how's it going? Good game. Otherwise, this weekend is the CVI. If you're not playing, hopefully you're watching. It is a time zone, so maybe you won't watch it live, but you can find that, of course, on twitch.tv/nullsignal Netrunner, and on YouTube, just search Netrunner Null Signal. You'll find it. Let's go for 3 more hours. Just got here. Sorry, Brennan. We're already pretty late on this one. I want to give a huge thank you to all these names here and more. Of course, the Metropole Grid is supported on Patreon and it allows me to put the time in to do things like this, things like the stuff behind me and all the stuff that's exciting to come. It is a bit unfortunate we haven't been putting out a lot of video content, but it's because we've been setting all this stuff up. So hopefully you're a bit patient because we're going to be getting a new era of content here. 1:30 a.m. It's like 2:30, if not 3:30 for us, Tron. You're a bit west of us. 2 a.m. is like the worst time. Even supposedly for Europe time zone, it's rather be at 6 a.m. for me. Oh yeah, B-Blum, it's terrible. I can't believe you're doing it. It is really, really rough for us. Yo, Cody, thanks for the stream. Been appreciating lurking. Don't forget to like the stream, y'all. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you want to leave a like on the stream, that does actually help. I forget about that. Thanks for the stream. Hey, Vinny, the Corgi, thanks for dropping by. Gonna rewind. Hope you had a good stream. We did. We had a great stream. We played some Jinteki. Totally mixed bag. We had some fun games, that's for sure. I'll just lose to the king in the first round and get to go to bed. B-Blum, it's double elimination. You got one more game in you, right? That is mostly it. Enjoy the stream. Good luck to everyone playing out there, everyone running this stuff and all that. Me and Blum on the same page. I wonder how attritional it's going to be with the time zone difference. Like, there's a huge advantage for some folks, that's for sure. I'm excited for some good Netrunner. Otherwise, we'll be back on Tuesday. Again, Sunday, we'll be doing some recording, and I think that's mostly it. All these names here and the Daily Cats patrons allow this to be possible. Thanks for streaming. Clipso, glad you liked it. King will beat me so hard I would be out of one loss. 2 for 1. Let's go. Think of decent matches. Having looked at them. All right, good luck at the CBIL. I'll see you next week. Ciao.